Handcandy, in the context of action figures, refers to a figure that is extremely satisfying to hold, play with, or pose in hand. It describes a high-quality, tactile, and often highly articulated figure that feels good in hand, often used to describe specific, well-regarded releases.
Hello, good morning. Thank you for tuning in. New to Mythics live Handcandy episode. Sorry, we're late. It was my fault. I won't say why. Miscommunication. So it's my fault, nobody else's. But I'm glad you guys are here. Thank you, guests. Thank you guys for being here. This was a special episode. It's a lot to ask. I basically asked these gentlemen here if they would bring 10 toys that is considered hand candy. My definition was at the beginning of the show, but it's kind of interpret it how you will. You know, like Jeremy's like, I don't care about hand candy. And I get that. Like some people, it doesn't matter, but like, and everyone's idea of what hand candy is different. Like Curtis has asked me, and apparently Bill also, questions on how we would define hand candy. I heard it from Bill, I guess the first time, is Bill had a review of Terpiculi and called it hand candy. And I was like, totally, like that makes sense to me. Like that's a great word for something that is fun, that, you know, you can't stop looking at, that you obsess about a little bit.
Did you come up with the term, Bill, or did you hear it from somewhere else?
No, that's
been
around. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Did you get Elijah to do that intro?
I did.
Did you really?
Yeah,
I thought that was his
guess.
voice. I'm like,
yeah, good guess. He sent me a couple of takes on it. I also had Annie do one as well, and hers is just as good. I would,
you know, I think if I'd have just had that, your definition, if I'd have just had that, I think I would have. I'm not saying I would have picked different figures, but it would have helped me, like, because my definition is like different and it kind of changes.
Mine is different too.
You know, so I like that. Like I was reading that as Elijah was narrating it, and I was like, oh, okay. Like, okay, I like having somebody else's definition to go off of, but I don't think my choices would have been any different. So
yeah, I'm curious to see what everyone's, interpretation of it is. So I think, like I was telling Curtis earlier, I think everyone's going to have completely different things, that they're showing off. I'm doing it from highest to lowest, or lowest to highest. I mean, so number
best
one is like
from
best,
starting with the best.
No,
the
other way. Yeah,
okay.
10 to 1.
Yeah, that's
10 to 1. Sorry, yeah. But I guess Trevor said that he doesn't have that, so he's just gonna throw them out.
Well, I have 10. I just haven't put them in order yet. I have a rough order. I have a rough order. I'm gonna be doing the Dan Larson thing, just like
Gotcha.
Yeah. That
okay. And before we start real fast, I would love to do more of these with other people. So if other people are interested in doing a hand candy episode, let me know, and we can do another group of that. Curtis had the good idea that a bunch of other topics and other stuff is just going to slow down the show. The Super Bowl Sunday, some of us need to leave sooner, so I'll just be really fast and say that the coins, Jeremy showed off these coins that will be part of the role-playing game. I think they're super awesome. These are metal, right, Jeremy?
Yeah, they will be. I mean, these were designed for in-world. Like, we needed currency in the game, and then we were like, hey, these would be awesome if we actually produce these. So this is we call this the Golden Lion. That's the name of this currency, originating in Leandor. We actually have a number of different currencies and real metal coins that will be part of this Kickstarter.
Are these
Very
going to be
exciting.
like similar in size to the coins that were there for the War of the Aether Blade?
They're going to vary because they're
Okay.
different shapes. They're not
Okay.
all the same shape. Like that one is a traditional round coin, but we have some others that are different shapes. So they'll be a mix.
I would request some 1/12 tiny little.
Yeah.
Oh, this is just my fingers showing you 1/12.
Oh, okay. I thought you actually had one. I can see people at Legion's Con, like, reaching in their bag and
No,
dropping
I
some
would love-
coins
yeah,
on the.
yeah,
that
no.
would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Isn't there gold coins with the treasure chests or no? Am I totally not?
Yeah, but it's a solid piece.
Yeah.
It's not,
Yeah.
yeah.
But at least it's there.
I'm always
It's
looking
in
for
the
like
world.
little gold coins. Somebody was making them something just for
sure.
photos and stuff like that. But
For
I don't know
sure.
if people would buy those, but I'd buy them.
And then also Arcan
There'll be old coins all over eBay. That would
is
probably work, too.
until the 22nd. So grab your pre-orders.
Grab it with your Vecna hand.
And I made mine. No shocker there.
Thank
Grabbing
you.
a couple of Oxanas. So yep, that's coming up. So 22nd, and that's about all the news. I mean, there's more, but I don't want this show to go too
Sure.
Yeah,
long.
Celtics are playing at 12:30 today to
Okay, gotcha. Thank you. Yes.
coincide with
The
the Super Bowl.
Important
Okay.
stuff.
That is the important game. Yeah, we got to knock the Knicks down one. Come on.
Absolutely. Okay.
Yeah, there's important things to watch today, such as the customizing studio today, 1 p.m. Eastern, over on
you
the
go.
Art by Ackerman channel.
There you go. Bill Varys ordered one of each. All right, let's
Will there
do
be
it.
a halftime show in that?
Yes,
at all?
absolutely. I'll be performing myself.
Nice.
Okay, now
Better be
should
in
we
English.
do our honorable mentions first?
Sure.
Okay. I have Jeremy's like, great, more.
I barely had 10.
That's okay.
This is going to be a new.
I'll tell you, Jeremy. Mine is. I'm not going to show my honorable. I'm going to just mention it.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Oh
Okay.
God, I gotta pick
Because
another
it's a mention.
Ah, there you go, Greg. Yeah,
Nice.
hitting us with the
Are
Happy
those
Meal
new
stuff.
ones or old ones?
Old ones.
Old
These
ones.
are courtesy of Steph Orkin. Thank you, Steph, for these.
Do you know how long we spent on that topic on Double Jointed that Saturday talking about those things? And I have not once gone to McDonald's to try to buy one. I just
Oh,
don't
yeah, I
go to
forgot about
McDonald's.
You didn't go get the Curtis one?
This is
Man, I
another
hope I
honorable
get that
mention.
one.
This is
Nice.
Is that a
Dang it.
Burbill?
Dugget.
Dang it. Yep.
Daggett. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The Moffat.
Love this thing as a kid. Super awesome.
Nice.
So number 10 for me.
Pulling out the hits.
Nate. Fun figure, super awesome. Love Daredevil. Pose is crazy.
Is that your honorable mention?
No, this is my number 10.
Oh, okay. I was like, geez.
He did back to back.
Okay. Good job.
That's it for me. Number 10, Curtis. Number 10.
Well, honorable mention is also a Happy Meal toy.
Nice.
Herman on the skateboard.
For
me.
awesome.
I played with this
I
thing
had
so
that
much
as
as
a
a kid. Like, dude, I had this thing going off of crazy jumps and stuff. So, but
yeah.
my number 10 is actually the Collegiate Legends.
What?
Yeah, and I am not
Shocker.
a college. I don't like college football at all. Can't stand to watch it. But I wanted to pick this up to kind of check it out because I always, when I was collecting starting lineups as a kid, I always wished they had like really good articulation. And this thing, you can get it in some crazy poses and stuff. If they did this for the pros and they had like a Raiders one, I'd be all over it.
Oh, for sure.
These things are great. So it does get like paint rub really easily. But yeah, they're a lot of fun.
So they're not going to be nearly as articulated as those, but I don't know if you saw, but recently in one of McFarlane's streams with Todd wasn't on there. It was some of his production people. He showed off that they are, because they just did it with their newest wave of hockey figures. Their sports lineup are now going to be articulated, like fully articulated figures. So the hockey figures are articulated, but again, you're trying to move around in all that hockey gear, so it's not a lot. But he showed off the prototypes for both basketball and football. So it looks like they're going to try to fill that space, but then again, it's being filled by McFarlane, who makes literally the least articulated figures on the planet.
Well, I like these because like you can take that one figure. I picked it up from Ginger Kid at Joe Lanta. And after the show, like we were all sitting in the hotel lobby and we were just like messing with that thing for a couple hours. And you can have it throw, you can have it catch, you can have it running with it. Like you can do all the different poses that you'd want to do. The only thing it's really missing is like it doesn't have a toe articulation, which normally I wouldn't worry about, but for a football player, you kind of want that. So
yeah,
I can see that.
Yeah, I'm waiting for a Florida State University one when they make it. I'm down for that.
Number 10, Bill.
I'm gonna well, for my runner up, I don't have. I actually thought about putting it on a list, but they're kind of buried right now. But just Boss Fight Studios, Vitruvian Hacks
Son
in
of a
general.
bitch, Omar.
Those are awesome hand candy figures. And then so for my number 10, I wanted to start off with probably what I consider the OG, and that is Kenner Star Wars.
Man,
particularly Return of the Jedi era with the helmets and
Yes.
stuff. You know, if I had to pick a specific figure, maybe
Great
Bush might be
choice.
one. You know, but
I love that figure.
that's my number 10, and you know, it's not like heavily articulated or anything, but it's just like it's the original. You know, to me, this is like the thing that started my love for action figures. And they're just awesome to play with.
That one and the Bush where you could take the helmet off, like that blew my mind. That was like so revolutionary.
And then
back
like
then.
by extension Mask, like I think those were also like some of it, like for me, like defining hand candy that I don't think a lot of people include is just the feel of the plastic, like how dense it is, just how it feels, how sturdy, it like not too stiff and brittle, but not soft and bendy. Like there's just like this, Legions are like that, where it's like that perfect kind of density or whatever.
I have one on my list that is on there because of the way it feels in my hand.
Absolutely.
Like the tactile sense of how it feels. So yeah, for sure.
Jeremy, number 10, sir.
So I will start by saying that I wasn't aware when you asked me, Greg, that I had to put together 10 figures this morning. Because I believe the text just said if I wanted to join you this morning.
I'm so sorry. That's
but
my fault.
I have 10 things here.
I didn't want to bug you.
10 things I've picked up somewhat recently. So I'm actually going to start with a vintage figure as well. This is Charon from the old Clash of the Titans line.
What?
I've never seen that. I got this. I mean, this is from when I was a child. So this was one of my favorite figures as a kid. I mean, literally 3 points of articulation. It moves there. It moves at the waist. But I loved this thing as a kid. I went to Retro Toy Con down in South Carolina in November. Had a wonderful time. Picked up a bunch of great things. I actually have a few things here from Retro Toy Con. This is one of them. Definitely not up to today's articulation standards, but holding it, it just makes me remember the adventures I used to put this guy on.
Absolutely.
On Clash of the Titans.
That's what it's about for me. Like I was telling Curtis, I've got retro and contemporary stuff, you know, because they're all hand candy. It's all, you know, interpretive to your own collections.
If I was scoring this right now, Jeremy would be in the lead.
I knew it. I knew it was coming.
I've been buying a lot of vintage lately. Like I've really been enjoying picking up pieces from my childhood and stuff.
Yes.
And just wacky stuff that I see at shows that I'm like, I don't know what that is, but it's ludicrous and I have to buy that.
Absolutely. I do the same. And a lot of the stuff is not really expensive. Like it might be missing an accessory or something, but I'll still buy it. Just because it's cool, because it's old, you know?
Yep.
Absolutely. All right, Mark, you're up, buddy.
Okay, mine is a lot of mine is going to be contemporary, just because, it's hard to go through retro stuff and pull out like, geez, I don't know. But one, I figured that I know nothing about, kind of like what Jeremy was just talking about. I had no idea what this was, but I saw a review of it and I was like, that just looks badass, and I want to play with that. Is the TMT? This is NECA's TMT Mirage Comics body count. Casey Jones. It's from a very specific run of TMT comics, and I don't know, it just looked really cool. The mask is not typically something that I would go for, but it just looked so badass from this guy. He looked like he's out of the Purge or something. And I've had so much fun. I can't take him off my desk since I did the review. He just stays there on my desk.
Handcandy for me.
So that's my honorable mention.
Oh, honorable mention. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's honorable mention. That's honorable mention. Number 10 is going to be the one Marvel Legends figure that has stayed on my desk all year since I picked it up, and that is the Daredevil from Daredevil Born Again. This is just one of those figures. Like sometimes Marvel Legends, sometimes Hasbro just nails it. They just get everything perfect, and this is a perfect Marvel Legends figure. It moves as well as you want it to move. Like I don't even know if Mafex made one of these that I would want to necessarily go and pick it up, because I just think this is just kind of perfect. So this is just something that stays on my desk and I play with in the middle of meetings. Like I'm sitting here, in a Zoom meeting, I'm just posing it and making different poses and this is it's my fidget spinner. So that's my number 10.
We haven't made it through one round. We got 2 Daredevils.
Right?
Sorry. Well, you got me and Greg on here.
Nothing wrong with that.
That's right.
All right, this is my.
Wait, what's that jersey you got on there? What is that?
So, kids, there was something called the World League back in the 90s. And this is the Scottish Claymores.
Cool, man.
And I only kept it because, it's Braveheart adjacent, I guess, because of the Claymores. And I'm Scottish.
That's right.
So.
That's right.
That's cool. And then, of course, my losing Cowboys on my head.
Oh.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Disappointment.
I know how you feel.
Yeah. Oh, no, you don't. Shut up.
Come on, 5 years.
Oh, wow. How do you do it? All right. My honorable mention, Felix Toys, Ink Blot, I believe he's called.
Beautiful.
I've never seen that.
Oh, really? Wow. Oh, yeah. So it's Rorschach from Watchmen, obviously.
Huge fan of Rorschach.
It's just beautifully, even the dirt on the jacket and stuff like that is really well done. I mean, it's a third-party toy, but the only reason it's honorable mention, I don't know. He's not like an action-oriented figure, really. So you can pose him any way you want. He does come with a gun and stuff like that. I just I put him in this position. I haven't really played with him much, but he does move really, really well. The joints are nice and tight. It's a great body on there. It just fits his
that jacket is great.
Look so well. Yeah, I mean the soft goods are amazing, man. I wish they had continued with these, or I wish somebody even legitimately would do some Watchmen figures. I'd really pay money for those. I'll have to look that up.
I've got a few different versions. I've got the So-So Toys, and I've got the Square Enix Play Arts Kai Rorschach and.
Yeah.
Great
character. I have the 1/6 version of him as well. It's really good. So for number 10, I did just I just did kind of pull this.
I apologize. Go ahead.
Out of my butt. But this is my original.
Man.
Yeah, I did. My original Boba Fett. This is the one that came in the white box that I sent away for you. You can see a little bit of scratch. I was really.
Say no paint rubs on that thing?
I was pretty good with my toys. I was a little anal retentive when it came to Star Wars figures. So
one of those
all the
kids.
guns. I have all the guns. Yeah, I didn't blow them up. I didn't, put firecrackers in between their legs and shit. So this is the original one that I had, which is pretty cool, man. I remember writing. So story behind this, I'd gotten the Cantina set for Christmas, right? Stupidly, I traded the blue Snaggletooth away for a vehicle, a snowspeeder, I think, which I thought was a great deal when I was a kid.
Right.
Whatever. When you were a kid, it was.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I was like, I got a whole vehicle for this stupid figure. But I didn't have enough of you had to actually send in the little proof of purchases, right? And we would throw the boxes out, so I didn't keep the boxes. And then you get one, and it's send 4 or 5 of them in for Boba Fett. So my dad actually kept this letter. I wrote this letter. It's I don't even know how old I was, 9, 10 or something like that. And, dear sirs, would you please accept this? I took the label from the Cantina because it had 4 figures in it. And I explained how it came with 4 figures. and they didn't give a shit. You know what I mean? But I wrote this whole business letter with the address and everything up there, and yeah, here's your Boba Fett kid. Here you go. Don't poke your eye out. So there you go. So that's number 10.
They probably wouldn't do that now. They'd be like, "Sorry, we need more proof."
Well, it's all automated now. It probably just goes through.
Yeah.
You don't have to send anything in. You don't have to collect anything anymore. Like that was fun. You know what I mean?
That was fun.
Stressful, but fun. Anyway,
my number
Hasbro
9
does not care.
No. They don't care. Is also, this is probably the only toy that I have left from my childhood. It is the Corgi Battlestar Galactica. My dad bought it for me at Disneyland.
Wow.
Ooh, that's cool.
I lost the little missiles things that shot out of there. The wings retract and stuff. But I love the days of like die-cast metal.
Yeah.
We don't see a lot of that these days. But 1980 Corgi. But this is always like, I always want it somewhere nearby so I can look at it and just.
I had a lot of Corgi Juniors, man. I had the Batmobile, the 66.
Yes,
that was great. I still have it somewhere, but it's beat up.
Good stuff. But this is the only thing I have left from my childhood toy-wise. That is my number 9. Number 9, Curtis.
So I went with like 10 different toy lines, and so the figure itself might not be like the Handcandy, but it's really more of the line. And before anybody gives me shit, this is in the box, but that's only because I have a mint and box collection of this. So yes, I had this in hand. I have played with it. It is Handcandy, but it is the Kenner Batman Returns line. I loved these. They had all the different color variations. Now we complain about, people using the same tooling. I loved it back then. I got all the different colors of Batman, and they all came with some sort of attachment. There was one that went underwater. There was one that would fly. And I love these. These would be a lot of times the travel toy. When I was traveling with my parents, I would get, and I would just play with one of these in the hotel. Love these.
Very cool. Thanks, man. Bill, you're up, sir.
Not technically. I mean, I guess it doesn't have to be an action figure, but
no, it doesn't.
I mean, it is technically an action figure, but a lot of people don't consider it. But I'm gonna go with Lego minifigures, or just in kind of Lego in general. But just like when you think about like building and popping and swapping, and these have like removable helmets, like we were talking about with the other thing. Like, these are so much fun, and just Lego in general. I've always kind of felt like, Legions has more in common with Lego than it does with Marvel Legends or something like that. Like, I love that kind of thing, and also the nostalgia of.
Yes, I mean, you could fit a couple of those in your pocket, or take them to school in your backpack, or whatever.
Yeah.
Trade with friends, or show them off.
Mix and match parts, and
Oh man, if I had those little muscle figures, I would definitely include those, because as a kid, like that was my gosh, yeah. Where are those things?
And we didn't care that like they didn't articulate, they didn't have double jointed anything.
Nope.
We were just happy that
they were all the same flesh tone, weird.
And they were different. That's what was awesome, little Jeremy would bring his, and I would bring mine, and they would be different, and that was fun. Like we would, show each other. Look. I love that. Simpler times.
I think Micro Machines kind of fits in this category too.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, Stompers,
fun little toys. I have a Stomper at my desk at work that I always play around with. Yeah,
I love those. I don't see them anywhere these days. Like I would pick one up if I saw one. They're super rad. All right, Jeremy. Sorry, number 9.
So I actually do have an honorable mention now that I
for sure.
I have not bought a Marvel Legend figure in probably 5 years. I have a large amount of Marvel Legends, but after Endgame, I kind of said, okay, I'm done. I got my group of characters. But what has made me buy a couple Marvel Legends are these figures. Absolutely love Crystar, had them as a kid. And these are just like such fun updates on those vintage Chris Starr figures. Greg, if I remember correctly, didn't you give me this one as a gift?
I don't know. It's possible.
I believe you actually gave me Chris Starr as a gift, and I picked up Warbo recently. So that would be my honorable mention. But for my actual number 9, something that I did pick up at Retro Toy Con, I mentioned buying things that I didn't know what they were, but were just awesome and ridiculous. I got these guys.
What the heck are those?
So these guys are GoBots, and they're just absolutely ludicrous. The fact that they were, I mean, these were like $5 for these two together. It was super cheap, but they're awesome. And they transform. Like, you look at Transformers today and they're so complex. These transform into little guns. So you put that forward, you push in the legs, make that the handle, bring these over. There you go.
Whoa.
Dude, I would have loved that.
That is rad.
Yeah.
Pull out his little ding-a-ling trigger.
And I believe it's actually a cap gun. So you insert caps into it.
Wow.
Oh my God. That's even better.
I can smell it now.
They're just such fun little robot figures that they've almost got that like Tin Toys style aesthetic, like look to them. And the fact that they transform into these little guns, also definitely a product of a time, like something that transforms into a gun you can't do these days. Right. So there's definitely a lot of nostalgia for these as well. Even though I didn't have these as a kid, the mentality of stuff like this simple, fun transformation, something that definitely wouldn't fly in today's world. They bring back memories of a simpler time buying toys.
Totally agree. Yeah, I'd never seen those before.
I'm always amazed when I see something that I literally have not seen.
Right, me too.
Like maybe 35 years. I had that blue one as a
kid.
You
really?
When he showed that, when he pulled them both up, it was like core memory unlocked. I was like, holy shit, I had that as a kid. I have not seen that in 35, 40 years almost.
I bought this one is much larger. I bought this from Dan Larson last year at the ChrisCon show up in Massachusetts. And it's just, again, a cool looking robot. He had it on his table, and I was like, dude, what is that? And he's like, oh, it's a GoBot. It transforms into a gun. And it was such a ridiculous looking thing that I bought it. And these are companion pieces. So somehow in the last couple of shows I've been to, I've started buying ridiculous GoBots that transform into like laser pistols.
Does that one turn into anything, Jeremy?
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it turns into a rifle.
I mean, you don't have to do it if you don't want to, but that is so damn cool.
I forget exactly how the transformation goes.
I didn't know GoBots went that big. I thought they were just little. Yeah,
it's another ridiculous kind of like.
Wow.
I have to say, I didn't have NRA Jeremy on my bingo card.
Right.
So that's where the caps would go, right here.
Nice.
It's troll scale. Is what it is.
So there we go. That's my number. That's my
awesome.
Number 9.
Thanks for showing those. All right, Mark.
Cool. All right,
number 9.
So some of these are modern figures, but they they reference toys that I had as a kid. So so this is one of those that, man, talk about hand candy. This is the very definition for me. This is my favorite Masters of the Universe character from the Good Guys. And that is Cyclone. I don't know why I gravitated toward this character when I was a kid, but he was one of my favorites. To me, he looked like he might have been from like a completely different toy line, and they just somehow got the license for it or saw the art and was like, yeah, let's just shove that guy in there. I just love this guy, and the Origins version is brilliant. You got that little lenticular chest piece, which we don't have enough lenticular, stuff on our action figures anymore. And the fact that you can like spin him and make him, and he does the thing, like he does spin. You have to like move this little piece down, but this is just one of those things that just the bright colors, man. Like I loved Motu as a kid. I still do it as an adult. And
the primary colors all together on that should not work. Like if you kind of think of color theory, like it should not work, but it looks so cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's I mean, like if I would 100%. And as a designer, I would never put these colors together, but You can't, like, I bought the sketchbook Cyclone, and he's back there in package when Target had him up, and he's like brown and orange, and he's like different colors before they settled on this. And I can't imagine Cyclone being any other colorway than that. He's just
definitely pops on a shelf.
I was very close to putting an Origins figure on my list. I think that line is very hand candy for me.
Yeah, I just got Blast Attack this week. They're slowly finishing up that Origins line, slowly, as they transition toward promoting the movie.
All right, Trevor, are you awake? Are you up? You're up there?
Yeah, I'm awake. Sure, okay. Yeah, I'm here. I'm just looking at stuff here. I'm going through the list. Plus, I found okay, so this is not on the list, but
that's all right. What you got?
Since we brought up the Batman line. Love this thing. It's so cool.
Oh yeah.
Phantasm.
I love that.
And speaking of things they might not have seen for a long time, how about that little?
Oh yeah.
And I got a whole bunch of these bag things. I had them on the Batman. I think it was Batman Returns. Right?
Oh, cool.
That's a cool thing, man. So anyway, those are fun, but I don't have them out of the bag. So number 9 is Plunderlings. Man, they're just so much fun, man. They're so much fun to pose. Double joints on these things, man. It's crazy. It's they're fun, and bright colors. I don't do a lot with them, but I do like to just have one around just to pose it and play with it. It's they're fun.
Yeah, they are fun.
That's one of the lines that Plunderlings are on my list as well. And that's one of the lines that I actually keep a little box on my desk of accessories. All my other accessories I put away either in bins or back in the package. But with Plunderlings, I have a little case right here of just treasure chest and little hats and little swords and pitchforks and little blunderbusses. And I just always love switching up their looks, and they're fun.
Yep.
Absolutely. Okay, number 8. Here we go. This figure single-handedly reawakened my excitement for Cosmics. And this scale, I don't know what it is with the short stubbier legs and the longer arms, the color.
It's Mark scale.
In love. Yeah, right. In love with this figure. I bought 2 just because I loved it so much. And I just kept it on my desk just to look at it. Just so much fun. If anyone's on the fence about picking one up, do so. Grab it from the table, from retailers, wherever you can get it. You will not be disappointed. And if you are, I'll buy it from you if you're disappointed. But love this figure. I cannot recommend it enough. And also the other suits are great too. Just for some reason, this suit, I like the scale. I've changed, robot head or skull head or just different heads for it. I do wish that they would have given the peg that were in the other figures. Yeah, for the neck. I wish that would have been included. I had to buy a separate one for this figure, but not a gripe. Just just an aside. But definitely recommend this figure. That is my number 8.
I like the size of that one better, but the Ularia's color scheme.
Yes, it's beautiful. Beautiful colors. Studio does some great choices on their colors for sure.
So as I was talking through what Handcandy is with several people, one of the things that I had on my list that a lot of other people didn't was based on size. When I was a kid, we didn't have cell phones and video games and all this kind of stuff that we could take around with us. And I did a lot of travel with my parents. And so the more small things that you could have, the better. And plus I would try to sneak them into school. So even though Mark stole my thunder a little bit, my next pick is Muscles. Getting a trash can full of these guys and carrying them in your pocket, and it doesn't matter if you're at a restaurant or grandparents or whatever, you could pull these things out and just start beating them up with it. Super cool.
So they're a blast.
Love these guys.
So much fun. Great choice. Dang it. All right, Bill, you're up, sir.
All right, I got a few things that are like very recent on this list, and this is one of them. Monster Force. This is that thing where it's like the plastic feels good.
Yes.
It's like the kind of like, again, it's like similar to Legions, and like just everything feels executed so well. There's like awesome articulation. Everything moves nicely. A lot of fun little pieces to swap. You got the holster, pistol, and the machete on the back, and like it's just this is the only one I have, but I will be getting more from the Monster Force as they release things that kind of
great
like
line.
this that catch my eye.
Where did you get the bandana that's on his arm?
It came with the figure.
Oh, oh my gosh. Oh wow. Yeah. Okay.
Just slides on and off. Yep.
Yeah, that kind of poncho scarf thing is great too. I don't know if you were the one that mentioned that about, or I think you mentioned on your show about how there's a hole for the handle of the machete
I didn't even realize. Actually, no, I didn't even realize.
Okay. Somebody had mentioned that. I'm like, that's just well thought out, that there's a little cut for that actual machete. But yeah, that line definitely has survived my purge of other toy lines. It's just great figures. Good choice, sir.
Thank you.
Jeremy, number 8.
So I'll follow Curtis's Batman pick. I realized somewhat recently that I actually don't have any Batman figures in my collection. The only one I have a Mezco Gotham by Gaslight Bass.
Yes. Yeah.
But whenever I buy a non-Rumble Society Mezco, I pull the head off and I put a Gomez head on it. So it's really no longer Batman. It's Gomez Gotham by Gaslight. For Christmas this year, my wife got me this.
Yes. I've got one. I got one too. It's so good.
This is my Batman. So growing up, in the 70s, watching the original Adam West Batman was like something I love to do. And I've rediscovered it recently watching clips of it because it is so incredibly off the wall, ludicrous and cheesy in such a great way. So I ended up going down a spiral and I bought, this is just one of them, but I bought, again, I said earlier, I hadn't bought a Marvel Legends in years. I hadn't bought a McFarlane Toys figure in years. But I went and I got his kind of like classic Batman TV series. So Batman, Robin, Penguin, Joker, Riddler, Catwoman, like all of those I got to specifically display with the Batmobile.
Yes.
So again, another kind of nostalgic pick for me, not a vintage toy, but definitely a vintage memory with this one.
Absolutely. Jeremy, if you could see, I've got the Batman mask by Mattel.
Yeah.
I've got the Batarang, Bill's got his. Yeah, I've got
the Mezco 5 points.
Yeah,
yes, man. That's a great one too.
These could have hit the list too. Like these figures are so good, and they have these rubber capes that just feel
look at that.
That's cool.
They just feel so old school. I don't know. Like there's just something about these guys that are awesome. And then this Batmobile is beautiful. We're still waiting for the 89 Batmobile. Like I think that should be coming out soon. I can't wait for that too.
Yeah, I almost bought that, Bill, and then ended up not picking that one up because I'm typically a 1/12 scale collector. So when McFarlane, and this is the second one of the Batmobiles they did, there was a smaller one. This is the bigger one. So once I saw that and my wife got it for me for Christmas, it kind of opened that door.
Jeremy, Trevor showed it a minute ago, but a buddy of mine has it's this third-party company called Mars Toys, and they're making 1/12 scale 66 figures, and they started with the Cesar Romero Joker. I think he showed off that's the 1/6 scale, but they have a 1/12 scale.
Wait a minute.
Is that it? Is that the 1/12
mustache?
No, this is the one.
Those are the
yeah, you can see the mustache. It's great. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
I love that so much.
The detail, even on like the 1/12 scale, is phenomenal. My buddy has it. I checked it out. It's like having a 6-inch Hot Toys figure in your hand. You can see the mustache painted over. We were kind of talking about like why they started with Joker, and it might have been maybe less legality than with Batman. I don't know why we couldn't really figure it out, but clearly if they're going to do Joker, they're going to do Batman. So I'd keep an eye on Mars Toys.
They've done Batman before. They did the Batman right after the Batman and Robin after the Hot Toys did, because Hot Toys dropped the line. I have the Hot Toys Batman and Robin, but then they dropped the line, and Mars.
Yeah,
Toys,
we were talking specifically
112.
But... Yeah.
Oh, 112. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my Batman.
They did Riddler in 1/6. I don't know if they did Riddler in 1/12 yet. But...
No, Joker's the only
Somebody
112 they've dropped. Yeah, I hope
Mark,
so. Yeah, it looks great.
You are up for number 8, sir?
Yeah, I'm going to have number 8, and then I'm going to throw an honorable mention to number 8, just because we've seen these already. But yeah, Plunderlings. I love these little things. They're about fun. Like pocket figures. Like these are like great little pocket figures, and I just love, like, I think this hood maybe came on this guy, and like the fact that you can take their ears off and like swap all that kind of stuff around. Like these little, they get into so much trouble on my desk. But since we've seen those, I'm gonna throw in another honorable mention because I'm pretty sure nobody else on this show is gonna have a Funko Pop as Handcandy. I do not collect Funko Pop. I do not. But I saw this. I am a Godzilla fan, and I did see this in stores, and I loved the colorway.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I have this little
great.
Godzilla.
Acceptable.
And I love the color, and the color's coming off like super vibrant, but it's not nearly this vibrant in hand. I think it's maybe my lighting or whatever. But talk about tactile feel. Like, I love holding this thing in meetings because, like, you know, it's just it's so pokey and spiky. Yeah, there's something about the way it actually feels in my hand. I mean, he doesn't move, he doesn't articulate, he just sits there, and he's just kind of, you know, eternally pissed off. And I love that. I love this little guy. Like, I can't. So you don't play with Funko Pop, but it's one of the few in my collection.
At least you took it out of the box and
oh,
with
man.
a little bit.
Yeah, I have a couple of others back here, but they're all like 80s related. Like, I've got like My Pet Monster. I've got like one of the Garbage Pail Kids. I have Voltron. So I have a couple, but they're all 80s related.
Sure. Thanks, Mark. Trevor.
What are we at? Number 8?
Number 8.
Right. It's just randomly. I'm not even sure which version this is. I know it's one of the earlier ones, but this is the Mythics Spider-Man. Just this is so much damn fun to play with, man.
That shading on his
Spider-Man.
legs.
Yeah, this isn't like the shaded one. What did they call that? Anyway, the comic book version. It is a comic book version, but it's not the shaded cell shaded comic book version. But I love this thing, man. I don't even remember which version this is, but just the webbing and stuff like that. It's just a great. I mean, you can pose this like McFarlane. You know what I mean? Like, you can get McFarlane poses out of this thing. I know there's other things that people. Spider-Man's are coming out every damn week. I can't keep up, but I've just stuck with this one because they're great. And you could substitute this one for the black suit one, or they're all kind of same, but it's fun. It's just
I think fun and playability are huge factors in Handcandy for sure.
Yeah, it's just making crazy poses, and you can't pose anything more than you can pose this. I don't think so.
Exactly. All right, thank you, sir. Number 7 for me. Harkens back to my favorite cartoon as a kid, original Lion-O. I didn't realize until I was grown up that there's different colors. This is not my original one. The one I had had an orange, orange one. So, yeah, love this figure. Just didn't care that it didn't articulate well. He played with Masters of the Universe and all my other figures just fine, and still looks good, man. With the light up eye feature, come on now, that was awesome back in the day. That's my number 7.
Oh yeah,
Curtis, you are
all right. So as I said before, as a kid, a lot of times I was trying to sneak toys around so that I could play when I wasn't supposed to play. And one thing that I have, I don't know that anybody else will have this on their list, but I had these in school and was able to get away with it because of what they are. And it is the Motu erasers.
I don't think I've ever seen those before.
Dude. Yeah, you could get away with it because they were erasers, and that you could say, well, that's my eraser for school. I don't know what you're talking about. But then you could have Man at Arms just punch the crap out of Beastman, and you're like, wait, I'm just erasing my stuff on my paper. What are you talking about?
Yeah, quit hassling me.
Yeah, Motu erasers. Love them.
Nice.
The He-Man one, he's got his sword is attached to his leg, so this arm is kind of useless.
Kind of strange.
You could still punch with that one. So
kind of strange.
I am scoring, Curtis, and you are in the lead.
There you go.
Thank you.
There you go. Bill, you're up, sir.
My number 7 is Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, and these are a lot of fun. They have a ton of articulation. They have that same kind of like nice plastic feel to them, and yeah, I mean, not a lot to say. It's sort of the middle of my list is a lot of similar kind of things, you know, like sort of like modern, highly articulated, fun toys.
I would say that of all of the newer like third-party toy companies that are making toys these days, I would say Sparrow is the one that's hit that 80s toy nostalgia. Like they hit the mark square.
These
it
feel
is
like toys. Yeah.
They look and feel like if that was a cartoon that we grew up on in the 80s and they made figures from it. Like it's I love it.
And you could totally buy one for a child or collect it yourself, if that makes sense. All right, Mark, you have moved in front of Jeremy, so we will let you go first, sir.
Oh, I didn't do that on purpose. I just had.
I don't know how to. I'm not sure how to rearrange that.
You just grab them and slide.
Oh, I can do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa. No idea I could do that. Okay, I just learned something.
StreamYard magic.
Yeah, thank you guys. All right, Jeremy, you are up, sir.
So anyone that has come to see Four Horsemen Studios at any shows like Toylanta or Zolicon or whatever, they've often seen Shogun Warriors behind the table, and they always know those are mine because that's one of the things I collect a lot of. One thing I don't collect a lot of is Super 7 Ultimates, but my love of Shogun Warriors kind of made me get some Super 7 Ultimates recently. These are genuinely shrunken down versions of the classic Shogun Warrior Godzilla figure. It's got all the play mechanics with the little, tongue, the fist shoots out, and they're crazy. They're a lot of fun. This is just one of them. They did 5 different ones at this scale. This is the one that's probably the most ridiculous because he's just glow in the dark like radioactive Godzilla. But this is something that I got one recently again as a Christmas present and just went down a spiral having to get the other 4 of them. So I got a theme going on this show. Apparently it's stuff that I don't buy a lot of that I've bought somewhat recently. So these are the only Super 7 Ultimates figures that I have are these Godzillas.
Yeah, those are fun. I love those too. I did not have Godzilla as a kid. I had Rodan because I guess Godzilla was sold out, but I always wanted that Godzilla. But
do you still have Rodan?
I wish. No,
that is the most expensive one.
Right. I had the box. I had everything. I kept it because it was just so. Then the wingspan was.
And
it had holes in its back. Do you have it?
I do.
Holes in the back. Oh. So
I have a full run up here of all the American Shoguns, release Shoguns.
Very cool. All right, Mark, you're up, sir.
This is a figure that I was totally enabled to purchase by my good friend Scott, who I do my podcast with, across the Toyverse, wherever good podcasts are sold. It is the SH Figure Arts Jackie Chan from the opening scene of Police Story. This was like my pocket figure for last year. I would just throw this thing in my bag and anywhere I went. This is just ridiculous. Like he moves like just butter. Like this guy can get in any pose that you want. And who knew that you need like a pocket Jackie Chan, just to go around and like kick ass. But I love how like the engineers at SH Figure Arts were like, somebody probably said, hey, we can just put him in like a 1/12 scale, like soft goods suit, and we can put any body we want underneath. And they're like, no. Hold my sake. We got it. And they are just like, they're like, no, we're going to do baggy pants with knee. I mean, it's just ridiculous the way this guy moves and all the different faces and stuff. I'm like, now I need a whole, like, I hope SH Figure Arts just gives me like a Jackie Chan from every movie he ever did. Like, I would buy them. Like, they're great.
That was in your top 10 last year, wasn't it?
It was. Yeah, it was in my top 10 figures of the year. Yep. I think it's fantastic.
Pocket Jackie Chan beats up people with pocket lint. So
he could.
Well, I'm gonna glom on Bill's here because this was gonna be my either 7 or 8. So this is gonna be set. It's the exact same figure.
Same
it
figure.
could be.
Nice.
It could be.
Really good one.
I just love Lexion. I mean, this I don't know. The look of him is really cool.
Yeah.
I like the magician one too. I can't remember his name right off the top of my head. Vero Atlas. Yeah, that's yours, Mark. Right? That's your.
That's my favorite. Oh my gosh, yeah, love it.
But yeah, these guys, I mean, they move really, really well. They pose really well. Yeah, that feel of the plastic. And like, I just kind of realized something while I was looking at this and listening to you guys talk about something. I think as a kid, I mean, Star Wars was, I saw Star Wars. I'm not old, but like that ruined me. I think for all like the prime colored things like He-Man and Turtles and stuff like that. I just wanted like real, I don't know, realistic looking figures, dirty, not colorful. But these, I like that. They do feel, like Bill said, they do feel like a retro toy. Like this could have been a cartoon we watched in the 80s or 90s, and like they're making toys of them now, and they're awesome. And I do like the colors on them. You know what I mean? I don't know. They're fun. They're just like
they're fun. So, yes.
Yeah. And I think what they have coming up with their next couple of waves.
Man. So good. Can't wait. So good.
It's going to be a game changer for Sparrow. I know they've kind of taken a back seat for the better part of a year and a half, but maybe close to 2 years now. But I think what they've got coming out, it's going to really put them over the hump with where they need to be as a company.
Absolutely. So Hedgehog is here and he says, what's the topic, guys? Handcandy, things that we think are cool and fun. Could be retro, any toy line, any era. Just things that we gravitate towards, things that we love. And for my number 6, kind of along the lines of Jeremy's Shogun, I almost grabbed one of the Godzilla Super 7 to show off, but I picked this instead. This is, man, I picked this up at Tamashii Nations after Legion's Con. I had a few dollars left. And this is the exclusive one, only at Tamashii Nations in Times Square, and it's just gorgeous. The little ship comes out, and the wings open up.
Nice.
And the backpack comes off, the wings and stuff.
That's cool.
Little skulls on his knees and his chest. I don't know what it means. His elbows. But just a beautiful figure. And I'm deathly afraid. I've got a little microfiber, I didn't want to set him down. I want to make sure that he's, I got to make sure this guy's...
Yeah, those wings look breaky.
They are, yeah. They thankfully they will pop off instead of snapping, but I don't want him to fall. So, but yeah, this is one of my favorite figures. Handcandy.
That was 2 years ago at Legion's Con. Greg was not feeling good that Sunday. He was feeling really under the weather, and I drug him out. I was like, dude, let's go into the city and let's go to that Tamashii Nation store. And he was like, oh no, man, I'm not feeling well. And so I drug him and we went, and then he was like, should I get this? I'm like, dude, we're here. Do it. Pull the trigger on that.
Pricey. It was pricey.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I did. Thank you, man. Because this thing.
But a good memory, man. Yeah, we got pictures outside of that store, man. I love it. It's like I have you. It's like me, you, and
tiny,
Randall.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Great shop. All right, Curtis, you were up, sir.
I just want to say we're halfway through the list. We're doing good.
We're trucking. We're trucking.
Yeah, nice work. So this figure I did not have as a kid or anything from this line. I was a DC kid. Read DC Comics, collected DC toys, did not really touch Marvel. But when I went to spend the summer with my grandma, there's a little kid next door, and I would go over next door and play with him and his toys. And one of the ones that he had that I had never seen before was the Secret Wars Black Suit Spider-Man. And I was blown away. I didn't know that there was a black suit Spider-Man. I was like, what the heck is this? It's so cool. And something about these, like you guys were talking earlier about kind of the feel of things. I love the feel of this plastic, like the Secret Wars old school plastic, the bendiness of it. And I don't know. I love this. So, you know, as an adult, and when I started looking back at vintage stuff, I was like, this is one I've got to get. So, plus it's small. I can fit it in my pocket, you know,
for sure.
So, but yeah, I don't know. I love this plastic more than any other plastic. So
yeah, that was kind of an elusive one. I remember I saw it once at my local Montgomery Ward or Woolworth or something, and I didn't have the money to get it, but it was just so cool. And I never saw it again as a kid.
Those Spider-Man figures do not stand up because one of them isn't he posed with like his toes?
Yeah,
his one toe is like kicked up.
Yeah, you can't stand those.
They don't stand super well, but they fight awesomely.
Here's my Dr. Doom from when I was a kid from Secret Wars. I still have it. Like his nose is rubbed off, his chest.
I love that toy.
And I don't even have it, but they had the lenticular shields too, and these things were awesome. Secret Wars kicked ass.
That was a great.
I'm really happy that Marvel or Hasbro is doing those.
Yeah,
like re-releases on those cards with the lenticular shield.
I wish they were doing them better.
Yeah.
I wish they were doing them in the old school scale, and I wish they included more than one lenticular slide for the shields.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
I guess it's just the idea that they're.
Hopefully, we're getting more in 26.
I heard that we're going to get a few more. I heard that, but we'll see. We'll see. Bill,
another one,
6.
very, very, very recent is the.
Nice.
These are the Acid Rain Fext Hobby.
I need
1/12 scale Acid Rain figures. These things move like you wouldn't believe. Like these are. I mean, this is kind of my new favorite line right now, just after having a couple of these guys. This thing is incredible. You know,
where do you score those at, Bill?
Nowhere.
I got mine at Chosen Prime. There's actually 2 more right now that are up for pre-order that are coming out this spring. It's like wave 1.5. And I think they're reissuing the first wave. It's from what I heard. I don't know for sure.
Good.
But,
that one.
Yeah, they have them on Big Bad Toy Store as well. But these are awesome. They do have like some exosuit like armor that you can put on them, but you know, like even without that armor, they're awesome. They feel like buttery smooth, like somebody was saying earlier. Like they right out of the box, they move so well. Just super fun to play with and pose around.
Yeah, those are awesome. Yeah, I remember you talking about that a couple weeks ago, and I was like, I gotta get me one of those. Very cool.
Yeah, I had all of the first wave pre-ordered on Big Bad Toy Store, and then I was like, I don't know, do I need to start another line? And then I deleted them all. I don't have them anymore. And then Bill did his review, and I'm like, those are so good. Like I need those. I went back, and they're all gone. I'm
like when they said, okay, we're doing 12th scale, I was like, nice, because I've had some of their 1/18th stuff, and they're great. But then they were like, somebody else is making these figures, Fext Hobby, and I'm like, who's that really? I don't know. Are these really going to be that good? And these are very different from those other ones, but they're also not as expensive as the 1/18th stuff. But they actually they came out super, like way far beyond my expectations in terms of how awesome these things are. And just pure hand candy, just super fun to play with.
Question on the scale, Bill. Monster Force
let me put
and
it next to the Monster Force. Hang on. Pretty much spot on with Monster Force. I don't know if that helps. But
it looks a little bit bigger.
I don't know. I mean,
yeah, I like that one individually. I really like that figure right there. That red, the touches of red. Yeah, I'm gonna need one of those for sure. Thanks, Bill.
Yeah, there's like Bill said, there's 2 that are available. They're in the red color, and I guess they're designed to go with like this red dune buggy vehicle that's coming out.
Ostriker. It's like a third-party Ostriker painted red.
I just sent you the link, Greg, in the private. Yeah, if you'll post that, that's you can pre-order those two right now on Big Bad.
I keep pressing it and it takes me to give me a second.
Yeah.
They're making me do stuff on my show.
Do work, yeah. Maybe some third-party sites like, I don't know, like Bombasby or something may have some available, or yeah.
There you go, guys.
I will say this: there's shipping right now. They're starting to ship right now from Big Bad. So if you just like stock the page and constantly check, some of the current ones will pop up in stock. And then I also say that the second wave, they're adding articulation. So the 1.5, they're actually adding drop-down hips. So they're pushing it forward. And so I honestly think that 1.5 wave is going to be the best. And they have a human and an android, so it kind of covers the bases.
Yeah, I saw the android one is cool too.
Yeah, those were on display, I think, last year at like Joe Lanta or something in the Fans Hobby booth, and they look great in person.
Bill's doing some enabling this morning.
Yeah.
All right, Jeremy, number 6, sir.
So kind of in a similar vein to what Bill just did, and someone was asking a question. I got this Skeletron.
Yes.
So I had passed on the Robo Skull for a while, and one thing that Curtis has said before that kind of lives rent free in my head now is that matrix that he put together about cool toys and cool people. And, as I end this, I've got a couple of picks here that fall into that category of buying from cool people. As soon as I started talking to the gang from Skeletron, such incredibly cool guys, incredibly passionate about what they're doing. I want to support them. The Robo Skull is awesome, but again, I'm typically a 1/12 collector. So I ended up picking up this at Retro Toy Con, even though it's not a retro toy, and tons of fun, poses really, really well, and has me really excited for some of the other figures that they're going to be coming out with in the 1/12 scale. And, to Bill's point, Monster Force, Acid Rain, Robo Skeletron, they all have a very similar size. So these are all things that I don't imagine myself going super deep on any of those lines, but getting a few of each and being able to display them together, I think they all work really well side by side.
I'm right there with you on that. And I was thinking about putting that exact figure on my list, but it was like I have so many of these more super recent ones. I was like, I gotta cut something out. But like the removable helmet, like the claws that go on the backpack or on the arms, like that is a fun figure. Oh yeah, Greg's got one up there. Nice.
Yep. I got a bunch of the 3 3/4, but I haven't even opened them yet.
And those are amazing too.
I opened the silver one. The is it Gear Wolf?
Gyre Wolf.
Gyre Wolf. Sorry,
Gyre.
yeah, that one. Gyre. Sorry, great figure. They're all awesome. They move.
I just sent that link to Greg, and he posted it. They have a new 6-inch scale figure up for pre-order right now. It is the actual Skeletron robot skeleton. Just went up recently.
Looking forward to that one a lot.
That guy looks great.
Looks good. I'll get that in scales.
And I mean, as you guys know, these are all part of the Palatoy remakes from the 80s, G.I. Joe from over in England.
Crimson Shadow.
They're all from that comic called Battle Action Force. And if you look at like what Big Bad Workshop and Operation Monster Force have coming out, their whole Crimson Shadows wave, like the Crimson, that whole like, I forgot what it's, Crimson Moon wave or whatever.
Red Shadows.
Whatever it is, that whole wave, it's all like all of the alternate heads are like all of the characters from Battle Action Force. So like, they all come with like, the guy that was like Cobra Commander, and then like the driver, the pilot of like the Robo Skull. And so I love it too when like 2 third-party companies are getting together and they're like, between the two of us, we can fill out all of these 6-inch scale like Palatoy figures. So yeah, that's a fantastic line. I stayed away from it forever, and then I got the Robo Skull, and that was it was all over from there.
I got something there at the bottom of the screen. Schmerber.
Working on it.
If you want to pull that up.
Oh yeah, this is what Jeremy was talking
Jeremy
about.
was referencing.
Yep.
And yeah, I think it's one of those things that we're living in an age now where we have friends that are making toys,
yep.
which is so weird. Like I never would have thought of that as a kid, that I would know people making toys. But yeah, you want to support great people, especially if they're making great toys. So
yeah, I had a hard time filling in that red one.
I found one.
I could probably
let's talk later.
Yeah. To that end, I would say like it didn't make my list because it's buried away. But the Legend of Ramion toys are awesome, man. They move really well. They're great.
Yeah, I got one always nearby. Great figure.
Can't wait for that one with all the heads.
Yes, I got that one too.
Yeah.
Okay, who's next?
Mark.
Okay, sorry, Mark.
All right. This is going to be one of those that I chose just because not only is it fun, pocket size, and like superposable, but also because of the tactile, like just the way it feels. And that's going to be the Joy Toy Warhammer.
Yes.
I love these little guys. Now, I'm not really big into Warhammer, but I love like mech suits and stuff. And I don't have a ton of these, but they mix in like plastic and metal parts. And so the figures have like a heft that they're small, right? And so you kind of think when you pick it up, it's going to be super light, but it's really not. They have like a weight to them, and you can tell like what parts are metal because they're cool to the touch. And man, they're just superposable, well painted, very articulated. They look fantastic, beautifully painted. Like, and the price is ridiculous. Like, I understand like people like Blake who have like 8,000 of these in their house because like they're like you can't just stop buying them. They're so like affordable. Now they do get ridiculous. Like there are some that are 2 and 3 feet tall, a couple $100. Yeah, no problem. But like these little guys, like. And now, like they even have some that are pushing that true 6-inch scale, and they have light up features. It's just, I just love the way these feel in hand. If you buy one, like it won't be the last one you buy.
I can also recommend the Turtles line from Joy Toy.
Those are
I just got one, Bill. Just got one. I have not opened it yet.
You got Metalhead, right? Just because of the way it looked in the pictures.
I need to get that one. Awesome. I've kind of fallen off. I need to get back and order some of the more recent ones, but they're so good.
Just got it.
It's got all the missiles that come flying out of his back. That thing looks rad.
It can that Joy Toy Metalhead can balance on one leg, whereas the Super 7 one can't balance on 2 legs. So
yeah. Thanks, Curtis.
Favorite line.
Yeah, I love the missiles flying out of the. Anyways, yeah, just got that yesterday. Enabled by Blake, our buddy Blake. Okay, Trevor, you're up, sir.
I can't believe I'm the one to bring this up, but Glios has entered the chat.
Oh man, bound to happen.
Definitely stop by the Glios tables at Legion's Con.
Definitely, yeah, for sure. And it could really be any Glios. I have them on the desk. They're just fun.
Is that
to play
soft
with,
goods
man.
on that one?
Yeah, that's why I love this. This is a Warlords of War,
yep.
and there's soft goods, and the shoulder pads come off, and you can change out. I don't have all the accessories. I do somewhere, but I don't know where they are. But yeah, and I think this is a Forge Tribes. I think this is Anthony Houseal's.
Yeah, that's cool.
And Matt Stein
remake of that. Yeah, the Matt Stein stuff. Yeah, I mean, they're Glios. They're fun. They don't move much, but you can get them into some cool poses, and they're always here, and they're always just something to mess with. And
some of those have that like old Secret Wars style feel to them.
Yeah,
like plastic.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like
yeah, they're
bend to them.
They're a little bend. Yeah, you can move them. You could put them on this little Safubi little light up thing I got. You can have them ride that there.
If you want that Secret Wars feel, get a classic knight from Knights of the Slice. It totally has that feel. Yeah,
it's got a little more articulation though too.
Check that out too, Bill.
No, the classic knight is fairly 5 POA. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Are those available, Bill?
At the moment, I don't know if there's a classic knight currently available, but there are a dime a dozen out there, so you can find them.
Okay.
I've started checking, like when Bill did his last like new to Glios video, he put up like if you go to the Glios wiki, they have a link to like all of the current sites that have stuff available. So like if
search
you
for available. If you go to the Glass Wiki and search for available, it's like the available page, and it'll show you what's recent.
I bought my first 2, Bill. I've always been Glyos curious. I bought my first 2 Friday night.
Glide
curious. That's right. I bought my first 2 Friday night in the God Beast drop.
Good choice.
I got the stealth beta. Is it beta or bata?
Bata, which is the Sectivorian. Yep.
Yeah, and then I got the Yeti, the Cycloptic, whatever it's called. I forgot what it's called.
Was it the blue and white?
It was the stealth
chunky one.
Yeah, it's the one that's kind of
both.
Yeah, I got stealth for both. Yeah,
Okay,
those are my first 2, and
cool.
I'm excited to get them and try them out and see what this is all about.
They
were
big
affordable
in the
too.
World, but I do live glide curiously through Bill. So
I'm excited to see.
You don't have to dive in feet first and get a ton of them. They're just
dabble.
It's just a fun thing.
It's
to
a
have.
good line to dabble.
Yeah,
Yeah, and you're supporting small toy lines, so
and cool people.
And
they have that muscle thing, you know what I mean, where it's just, they're just cool designs and like they're different, you know what I mean, but they do have a little movement.
You can hide it from your teacher. So
yeah, exactly. You can't erase anything with them, but I mean, I suppose you could. I don't know.
All right, we are down to our top 5, guys. We're trucking.
We haven't had a lot of repeats either.
No, not really. This could easily be my number 1, and if you asked me in a different day, he would be. This I carried with me when I was a wee lad, and I would carry it around so much and play with it so much that it would wear out, and my mom would get me another one occasionally. But that's the Mego Superman. Just love the suit, love the boots. I've got a couple of these. I got one in a box and one just to have out to hang on to, but it just the imagination that this guy evoked when me as a kid. I just, Superman was one of those characters that you could just bring with you anywhere. You didn't need a play set or anything. He could be on a different planet. He could be, anywhere. So I don't know. It was just a fun figure. I will always love this figure. Bury me with it because it's still great. I mean, it's super posable for 70s. Mego was on it, man.
Mego was great, man. Yeah,
great figures. So yeah, this is my number 5.
That loose thread hanging down is driving me.
I know. I'm afraid to pull it because it's gonna
pull
unravel.
Cut it.
The whole
Don't pull it.
Yeah.
That whole thing could fall apart.
Don't unravel it.
Right, exactly.
You pull it and his shorts come off.
It's like the whole thing just like
yeah.
That'd be way worse than breaking the leg on the Frazetta Girl one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I wish I still had my Planet of the Apes and Star Trek ones, man. I had all those things. They were awesome.
I've gone to eBay and bought like the Star Trek. I never had them as a kid, and they're great figures, man. They still hold up. I bought the little play set. Here's the thread. Got it.
Yeah, that Star Trek play set was fantastic.
Hey, speaking of that, did you guys see that Nacelle is going to be making like sections of the 70s Star Trek or the 60s Star Trek bridge? That's going to be. They're going to do the whole bridge. They've got each little section.
Very tempting, but
really,
you don't need all of them. You don't need just like 3 or 4 to make like a little backdrop.
The
They're in the clearance section next to their sectars and biker mice. I'll pick it up. So
yeah, the Mezco made some nice Star Trek figures too back in the day. Those were nice.
Oh yeah, those are awesome. That was my first foray into Mezco.
Oh, was it really? I didn't know that. Do you still have them, Bill?
Yeah, I have Spock.
They're great figures. All right, go ahead, Curtis.
I am not an articulation snob. I think I've heard Jeremy say before, there's certain things that you don't need to pose like Spider-Man, but you know what you do need to pose like Spider-Man is Spider-Man. And so my next is Mythics. But yeah, Mythics figures, man, they're so good. Every single one of them. I've not picked up one that I've regretted. They're a little bit more pricey, but they're definitely worth it. So
yeah,
for superheroes,
nothing moves like a Mythics. They've
so
got
good.
it.
And they started out, man. They started out like falling apart. I remember like the first Wolverine, the arms would fall off. I had that one, it was terrible, and they've really upped their game since then. So I mean,
oh my god,
and the other one, the plastic feels really good too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Trevor, did you have the very first Mayfex like C3PO and R2D2? Those were trash.
Like, no, I didn't have those. I got that Ray though. I got the Ray and it fell apart, man. It was
C3PO. His arms would fall off, and I'm like, you guys should
Wolverine
just include
too.
the bag, the bag,
move
and
the arms
Chewbacca
falling off.
Because that thing was like a model kit.
Exactly.
Yeah, they've
right,
come
Bill.
a long way.
You're up, sir.
Next up is a Transformer, and kind of Transformers in general, but if I had to pick one that I feel is like super representative of Handcandy, it's the Studio Series 86 Bumblebee. Came out like 2 years ago, I think. This is awesome, and a lot of that current retail stuff has been amazing. Larry really turned me on to it. I wasn't really a Transformers collector, but over the last 4 or 5 years, I've been kind of going a little crazy with Transformers, but this thing is amazing. The transformation's fun. It's got a lot of good articulation. It's small. It's compact. Like it's it's a tiny figure, right? Like it's an awesome piece.
Which line is that? Is that the actual Transformers or
this is
the
Hasbro Studio Series 86, which is now kind of called Studio Series Transformers the movie.
Okay.
But
Those are kind of expensive, aren't they? They're like $25, $30.
Yeah, this is a little small for it, but like it actually feels worth it. And this particular one, I think you can get for cheaper, like $17 or something, maybe.
Yeah, they re-released him out of the box on the retro cards as a Walmart exclusive, and my Walmart is like lousy with them. I would say the whole like Hasbro Transformers Studio Series Microbots, like the Minibots line, is they're all just like that. Whether it's Gears or Huff or Beachcomber or Power Glide, like they're all like freaking fantastic.
This one just came out, more complex, but it's actually fairly simple, but more complex than Bumblebee. But this Thundercracker is awesome, and I'm excited just to see the other jets. Like
that one looks good
on this. Yeah, it's
definitely has the animated show.
Finally Hasbro's gotten to the point to where with those Studio Series, they're like they've figured out a way. Like Takara Tomy figured it out in the Masterpiece line, and then Hasbro, it's trickled down to Hasbro where now these are like little Masterpiece figures basically at this point. They look great. They look like screen accurate.
You look great, buddy. All right, Jeremy, you are up, sir.
So I was debating which one to show next because there's two different things I could
show whatever you want.
Other people, but Bill just said Transformers, so I'll show a Transformer. I've got quite a few Transformers, but I tend to buy Masterpiece or third-party Masterpiece. I haven't bought any in a while. Soundwave is my favorite Transformer.
Yes.
So I picked up this recently, which is one of those.
Oh my God, yeah.
Which was interesting. I know a lot of people get really excited for the process of building. I wasn't super. It wasn't hard to do, but I don't collect Lego. My wife does. I don't enjoy the process of building. So really, for me, it was all about the end result. As easy as it is to follow those instructions, just being able to put this together. It is surprisingly articulated. It is Handcandy. You can get these things in a lot of poses. The fingers are all articulated. It's got sound effects. This is like the deluxe one that came with all the tapes and everything as well. But I also really like that like super chunky, like super deformed almost look for Transformers. So this kind of hits on a number of levels for me. So this Blocky's deluxe Soundwave.
Nice. Good choice, man. Yeah, my friend had one on his shelf. I went to go visit his house, and I'm like, what is that? And I was checking it out. It's super rad.
I mean, I've seen them at a bunch of shows that I've gone to and everything, and been interested in picking one up. So when they did this Soundwave, it was like I have a shelf of just Soundwave figures. So I was like, well, that makes sense to put him there. So definitely worth the money.
Yeah, I have a little Soundwave Shrine. He's my all-time favorite Transformer for sure.
He's a great one.
I have that. I just recently got that Blocky set like about a month ago. I got it. I bought it right after Christmas. It took me, I don't know, 3 or 4 nights of just kind of plugging away, you know, a little bit here and there, putting it together, and it's incredible. Like I think it may end up on my top 10 figures of the year of 26. It's incredible. So, all right, last year there was a Mythic Legions Handcandy figure for me that stayed on my desk all the way from I think February through December. And that was the Legendary Barbarian. That thing just stayed on my desk. I couldn't stop playing with it, couldn't stop mixing and matching the parts and making a different version of Conan every week. But he got replaced this year, right after Legions Con, with Koi. Koi is now my desk Handcandy Legions figure. I can't stop playing with this guy and posing this guy. And I just love, there's just so much, like Eric's paints, the translucency, like the back fin, like the way this guy poses, the mixture of textures and everything. This is just incredible. I hope we see more fish people of different, colors, and like I want to buy like a whole bunch of these and just paint them up. But man, I just love this. Koi is it's going to be hard for something to top that, but I'm sure you guys are working on it. I'm sure there will be something this year that will replace it. But for now, that dude he stays on my desk.
I would like to point out that I intentionally didn't put any Legions on my list because I figured no one wants to hear me talk about Legions, so I put all other stuff on my list.
Koi was going to be on my list whether you were here or not. Like I forgot you were even part of the show. I didn't even know it. So he was already on my list. So
I think it's funny that we've had over the years a lot of people knock the Motu tributes because they're so bright and they don't really fit in sometimes when you look across your shelf. And then it's like Koi is like way bright and vibrant and all this and that, but it's like it doesn't matter because he's just freaking awesome.
He's awesome.
Yeah. Speaking of that, now I'm like, where's my merman action figure? Like, people want to know, like, what do I want out of that new He-Man movie? I want Merman in that movie, and I want He-Man to pick him up and throw him in the water like he did in the cartoon. Like that's somehow hurting Merman.
I want to save something for the sequel, Mark.
I want like in the mini comic where Merman is standing over top of He-Man.
I remember that. Yeah.
Post-credit scene, He-Man throwing Merman in the water.
Yeah, a lot of Koi fans. We got some Koi fans here.
He's incredible. He's so good.
He'll be up in the store in April. So in April is
when yes. Can't wait for that.
I can't wait. I need at least 2 more of that guy.
All right, Trevor, you were up.
All right, number 5. I am going where Bill went before to Operation Monster Force, and this is just a Delta Red, but you could substitute, just about any of the military dudes. There's so much stuff that they come with that you can stick, anywhere on this vest, and just little things like the smoking piece for the gun is a cool thing, and there's
you get a lot,
blasts and stuff. Yeah, it's almost overwhelming because I'm just like, okay, am I going to put the binoculars on this guy or the? I guess those are little flash bombs or something. But yeah, they're just awesome. They move really, really well. They're really fun to play with, and these are my military guys. Like I'm not like a G.I. Joe. They're excellent figures. I just don't have any nostalgic attachment to them. So these are my military dudes, and man, I love these things so much.
They're fun,
really cool. Yeah,
very fun figures.
I am so angry with them for like right now. They're just like everything they release is like here's that same figure, but now it's red. I'm like, damn it, I need that. And then it's like here's that same figure, but now it's yellow.
Yeah, you know what? I've given up on the completionist aspect of. I have one completion line, and it's Mythic Legion. So,
that's all you need.
These are cool, but I don't need every. I do have all like the translucent ones though, because those are cool. But
they are.
I don't need every variation, honestly. But
they're knocking it out. Like there's a lot of really good
talking
stuff
about like super cool people. They're great too. They're awesome.
They are for sure. Yeah, we met them at Legions Con, right, Mark?
Yeah, they were right behind.
Yeah.
I didn't even know I was talking to I didn't know who he was when I was talking with him. I was just like, and then he was like, "Oh yeah, I saw your video on our figures." And I was like, "What's going on?" He's like,
Say,
"You were talking about our plastic quality," and I was like, "What?" Like, who are you?
In a
like,
good way. In a good way.
Yeah, no, it was great. Yeah, he was super nice. It was really cool.
Was.
We were just waiting in line together. I didn't.
We're at Borderland.
Good thing it wasn't a bad review.
Right?
Oh no! I put them on like I did a review about plastic quality between like Hasbro's GI Joe line, Action Force, and Operation Monster Force, and I just said that I feel like for the money that you pay for each one of these, that I think Operation Monster Force has like the higher quality plastic. Like it feels like a higher quality plastic. I wasn't knocking any one line at all for any reason. I was just saying, for the money, I feel like, and of course their figures are more expensive than the other two, but I think like you're paying more money. You're way more paint, way more accessories,
so much more paint,
way better quality plastic. And he was very appreciative of that.
For sure. All right, my number 4, I had to have him on the list. Terpiculi. This figure is just so much fun. It's bizarre. It's weird, nightmarish. It always reminded me of the Time Bandits. I don't know if you guys remember those skeleton things that were running down the hallways. I mean, scared the crap out of me as a kid. This has that kind of quality. Like if I saw this thing, I would just not want to be alive anymore. But it's just awesome. Just awesome. I don't know what Eric was thinking of when he designed this. But I want more. I think it's so cool. And you can turning it into different things. I've seen people create different things with this. The Bone Ape is one of my favorite Handcandy figures. But this figure is so rad. It definitely deserves a place. So this is my number 4, Terpiculi. Recommend this figure. Definitely.
I still have mine in the configuration from Faisal. His woodland.
Yeah, that was a great.
His woodland creature, like I still have mine dressed up as that. I can't take it apart. It's just spooky as hell.
It's a good one. It's a good one. All right, Curtis, you're up number 4, sir.
All right, this is my last vintage one. And when it came to Handcandy as a kid, this was my number 1. Loved Thundercats, but I did not love the LGN like hard plastic massive figures, but the Kidworks miniature Thundercats, these were my jam. I freaking love these, specifically these two. Anybody that had a weapon with a rope, anything that they could swing at somebody. So yeah, I absolutely love these things.
I've never seen those before. Before you, I've never seen those before.
They're so cool. And they had a little cat's lair that, I mean, it's more affordable because it's tiny. So I had all of these. It was like way easier to get the whole set of these than it was the big ones. So
I would love one of them. I would have loved those as a kid.
They're so much fun, man.
Good choice. All right, Bill, you're up.
We mentioned earlier the Classic Knight from Toy Pizza, and this one is based on the Classic Knight. But this isn't really about Toy Pizza. This is more about 1,000 Toys and their synthetic human body that you can get various figures on them. They did a few different tributes to or collaborations with like Glyos, like they did some Monel ones, some Faden stuff. This is the one I currently have. This is the Toy Pizza one. But I mean the way these move and feel, like the joints and everything, they are like when you talk about like a Mafex figure, like a Mafex Spider-Man or something like that, and you have that feel for like you can put this in like look at like how much articulation is in the back. Like
that's like their synthetic humans.
They do come apart a little easy.
Synthetic humans were like that.
That's what I'm saying. Is this is the synthetic human? That's what
it's on that
like,
buck.
Just like with some they do pop apart a little easy, but they go right back together. But
what character is this, Bill?
So this is the Knight. This is the Classic Knight from Knights of the Slice.
It is? What the heck?
Yeah, so this is a collaboration where
Oh,
he had
okay.
his knight was a Glyos figure, and then he worked with 1,000 Toys, and they did this. They did a couple other Glyos ones. They did Fade In and a couple other ones. But yeah, like the feel of these, and just any of the synthetic human 1,000 Toys.
Yeah.
And these actually, some of these are still on Big Bad and they're on sale. Some of these like Toy Pizza ones, and they're maybe, I forget, $50 or something on sale.
Okay.
At
Thanks,
on
Bill.
Big Bad. You can get them on eBay, and I think they still put out some of the synthetic human stuff. But yeah, these are a little
Those are
older,
fun.
but like they're easy to find. The ones that are like Faden are hard to find now. They're like kind of pricey, but these Toy Pizza ones are still pretty easy to get.
There's a red variant on Big Bad Toy Store for
Yeah, they did-
$67.99, and
I'm
They
there's
did a
two
bunch of
left.
different colors. There's a black one.
I'm interested.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, this is actually the Faden collaboration
Yep, there you
from
go.
that Bill's talking about, which it's the same thing where it's that synthetic human body, but done in the very
wow.
Faden.
Never seen that before.
Yeah,
Dude.
they're hard to the actual like Faden ones and Glide Ninja and everything. They're a little bit tougher to actually come by these days. But if you can find one, they're really, really cool, especially if you've newly discovered like the world of Glyos and Faden. Like I've got that along with an original Faden and the new Infinite Glyos Faden and a Bit Figs Faden and eventually the Infinite Faden. That's so putting kind of all those permutations of Faden is a lot of fun.
Absolutely. I might as well embiggen you again. Go ahead, sir, for number 4.
On that note, on the Glyos note, Mark was talking about this earlier. I've been collecting Glyos for a few years now. I have lots of different Glyos from different artists. It's impossible to collect them all with Glyos because there are so many different makers. So my way that I collect Glyos is I like to have 1 or 2 pieces from as many artists as possible. And then there are certain artists that I get a lot from. The Biomaster's Mutant, that's one of my favorite ones that I get. Of course, Faden. But recently, Funkatello and Godbeast, Funkatello is Godbeast's son, they started putting out this mammoth monster figure. And this is one that I love. It's larger than some of the smaller Glyos, like the traditional Faden. This is larger. It's similar to like what the Mangalore figures are like, or the new Infinite Faden that Matt is doing. Absolutely love these. I've got them in a number of colors. Like Mark, I picked up a bunch this past Friday when they did a drop in the store as well. I think the only one I'm missing is the brown one, which I've got to hunt that one down at some point. But these mammoth monsters, and like all Glyos, you can see this one's got the wings on. I didn't put the wings on this one. They've all got different heads. I mean, even this head, if you spin it around, there's a different head on the back. Same thing with this one. So they all
that's like a general Glyos thing. A lot of Glyos heads, you spin them and they have a different look.
Yeah. So I mean, this figure comes with 3 different heads, and each one of the heads has 2 different looks on it. So a lot of variety just by grabbing these figures. You can get these at godbeast.com. Like I said, they just did a drop on Friday night, and I believe there are still some available low stock.
Wow, I didn't know they were that large, because that's the one that I got that I was calling the Yeti. I guess I didn't know what it was called, but that's the one I got in the stealth.
It's
He's a bigger
chunky
boy.
It's a chunky.
Oh, I
figure
like
for sure.
that.
Yeah,
These are definitely bigger, in hand. It seems like Glyos there's kind of like 2 different formats they're doing now. There's like a lot. I mean, they're all compatible with each other, even within the different sizes. But it seems like there's been a shift for a couple artists to some of these slightly bigger builds. And it's cool just to have them all together to see that variety of sizes. And I love the fact, people talk about repaints all the time. I mean, God, that's what Glyos is built on, is repainting the same piece over and over and over again. I love that. Like, I love when you look at like George Gaspar's collection, and he's got like hundreds of fade-ins in all different colors and decos. Seeing that one build so many times, I think, is actually really cool from an artistic display standpoint. So absolutely
cool.
love Blyhouse, and these are very cool.
Yeah, those are awesome. Hey, Jeremy, can you show Stephanie wanted to see that fade-in again, the 1,000 Toys?
Yeah, sure. It's right there. So this is the 1,000 Toys fade-in. And like I said, super, super posable.
That's awesome.
You can genuinely get this thing in a ton of different poses. And they did a few different ones as like with Onell. This is fade-in. I know they did Glide Ninja. I think they did like 2 different colors of that figure, and I think Build Man as well. I think there are 4 different ones that they did for this one. Fade-in was the one that I really wanted. Also, one of the harder ones to find.
Mm-hmm. Very cool.
Yeah.
That posability is insane on that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big articulation snob, to use Curtis's phrase, but this thing is just so much fun to pose, and the character and the sculpture, it lends itself well to that over the top amount of articulation.
Absolutely. All right, Mark, you are up. Number 4.
Number 4, I'm going to go with Mythics, and I'm going to go with my all-time favorite Superman action figure that's not the Kenner's superpower Superman, because that'll always be my number 1. But this is going to be my number 2. This is the Mythics Dark Knight Returns Superman. I love the way that Frank Miller drew these characters. Mm-hmm. This is a guy that I posed this guy nonstop. Like, I just can't stop. Like, I mean, he can get in any kind of pose. Like, it is just, for him to be so big and chonky, he poses like very well, and he's so good. Got the wired cape, and it looks just like Frank Miller's art. And I
love that version, that beefy version.
Yeah, I've always loved this version. The way that Frank Miller drew it, and like the stand that he comes with is really good as well. So like, it can pose as, it can serve double duty as like a flight stand, or just a posing on your shelf stand. The big hair curl, like the over exaggerated hair curl, I just love, and it just looks straight off the page. Like, if my house was on fire and I could only grab one Superman figure, man, this is definitely going to be it.
Speaking of the superpowers, he almost made the list. He was almost there. One of my favorites.
The only reason that superpowers didn't make my list is because I recently boxed them all up because I needed the shelf space, and they've been up for about 2 years. So it was time to freshen up the shelves, and they're all boxed up and in my garage. So otherwise,
keep them at my house if you want to.
There you go.
Trevor.
All right. And this is another one that could be like just about any figure from this line, but this is Joy Toy. And these are from a line called Battle for the Stars.
Hell yeah, that looks awesome.
And this is Neil. He's in the Cult of Sanrea. There's a whole bunch of different things. There's some mech characters in this as well, but there's a whole line of these Cult of Sanrea, which are very much like kind of Mad Maxi-ish. And I just love that. And they have these cool, vehicles and stuff that come,
Whoa.
So yeah,
it's
wild. Like, he's got a shield. So they come with a lot of stuff. They're really super posable, double joints on these little tiny figures and stuff. And I don't know, man. Those are just fun.
Who makes those?
This is Joy Toy.
Oh, okay.
So this is like, I stay away from Warhammer because I don't want to go down that line. But yeah, these are fun. These are really, really cool. And they're all different. They all look different, but they all have that kind of like, Mad Max type look to them. So.
This is like, Joy Toy.
Beautiful paint on the the fur type features and stuff like that. They're really beautifully detailed, man. They're amazing. Yeah,
very nice.
Fun to play with.
Yeah, I like that. And the motorcycle was part of that, or was that a separate?
No, it's separate. But I mean, this was maybe I don't know what these were, 40 bucks, something like that, 45,
I
50
dig
bucks,
it,
something
man.
like that.
And you can find some of these Joy Toy, Battle of the Stars, and there's maybe like one other their lines like on Amazon for cheap. Like I'm looking at.
Yeah, some of the Battle for the Stars is their own line. It's not based on a property, as far as I know.
Oh,
so
they're 1/25th scale though. Some
may not be as popular as they're definitely not as popular as Warhammer, but maybe not even as popular.
I
as
love that
Infinity
bike
and stuff like that. Yeah, the bikes are great. There's vehicles. I got like a Jeep type of thing. They're awesome, man.
It's almost like we took the was it Action People and tricked them out.
Yeah,
Max
souped
kinda.
them up exactly. Yeah.
Very cool. All right, we are down to number 3. My number 3 is one of my favorite things, toy-wise, in the world. A little bit bigger for me is the Vamp, the classic Vamp.
Nice.
Love this as a kid. Love the simple design. It's light. You can bring it to a friend's house. It would fit in your backpack. Just a great toy. I love this. So much fun.
Classic.
And you got Clutch in there. Come on now. Yeah.
Clutch.
Love this. Love this toy so much. One of my favorite things. That is my number 3. Curtis?
So my latest obsession lately has been with the Transformer blockies, specifically the Defender series, because they're a ton of fun. They're super articulated. And when you buy a case of these, like a wave, you basically get these for $3 a piece, which is unbelievable value. I don't necessarily like putting together the big ones like Jeremy was saying, but these little ones are a lot of fun and quick to put together. And then they're just, I don't know, they're just really cool. And then they've done a couple combiners, which have been awesome.
Man, that's great.
So, yeah, I mean, these things are just badass. And like I said, for $3, I don't know that there's a better value out there in the toy world right now. So there you go.
And
excited for those Star Wars ones coming out. Those look really cool.
They just hit Big Bad Toy Store yesterday or today. I saw they're like $20 each for, or at least that's what Big Bad Toy Store has them for. So Luke, Han,
for a little less.
Who is that?
I think Nerdzoic has them for a little.
Oh,
bit
perfect.
less.
Okay. All right. Good. Yeah.
I didn't expect us to be shopping this morning. Was not expecting that.
You did a whole episode about hand candy. You didn't think anyone.
I know. You're right.
Hey,
I'm helping the economy. We're all
they're $20 too. Sorry, Mark. They're the same price.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Rethinking his strategy, and he's going to do all Legions figures for the rest.
Right?
He's going into full marketing mode now that you mentioned we're going to buy stuff.
If you buy the Vader, one of the Stormtroopers, and the Han and the Luke, though, set of 4 is $70. You save.
Yeah, you get a good discount there. He also has a case of 6 Stormtroopers for $99.99. You get to save $20.
Army build your blockies, whatever.
Enabling everyone, absolutely.
The Luke one looks pretty good. The Han doesn't really look like.
I think the Han looks good. That's a pretty good for that tiny.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's not bad.
It looked
I mean, honestly, they never get Han Solo right, and just about any line. So it's not bad for that size.
Luke and I mean both of them really. I mean, I Mark Hamill. I mean, it's hard to like. I don't think I have a single. I don't think I have a single Black Series figure that actually looks like Mark Hamill. It's just he has one of those faces. It's just so common that you can't get it right.
So common.
I think that's what it is, you know. Like I mean, as an illustrator, I look at people, and it's like people that have
his face. I think I like that one.
Yeah, people that have like distinctive features. It's easier to draw them, and he just is like.
See, that looks like him, but it doesn't at the same time. Like same chin, same mouth. Anyways, off the rails. Sorry. Okay, it's your fault, Mark. Bill, go ahead.
Always me.
Number 3.
Gomez is, and not specifically this one necessarily, but just in general, like the Mezco Gomez body and like any of the figures that are on that, like the ninjas, those kind of things. These are all awesome. Awesome articulation. The cloth goods moves with it. Like, I just find these, and I don't really have a lot of Mezco anymore. I kept my Batmans, and I've sold a lot of the stuff, but Gomez in particular is just an awesome figure to play around with, and swap parts out and articulate and pose up.
Yeah, that body, the buck, it just moves so well, and the clothes are just perfect. They're not too big; they just fit really well.
Yeah,
I love that figure. Good choice, sir. Good choice. All right, Jeremy.
Okay, so my next three are ones that I have to imagine aren't on most people's lists.
Okay.
Definitely indicative of the stuff that I've been buying lately. So this is one where, back to Curtis's, Matrix, where cool toy, cool character, and very, very cool person. I've been buying a lot of Motu vinyl figures lately, and this is one that I got recently that I love. So this is by an artist named Peter Santamaria, goes more commonly by Attack Peter. You've probably seen him recently.
What's that made out of?
For these, so he did a collaboration with Pabst Blue Ribbon where there are literally millions of these bear cans at your liquor store. They even sell it in a 99 pack, which is massive. But Peter's been doing this kind of like woodcut style art for a number of years. Peter is actually an art director at Mondo. He's a friend of the studio, is a friend of myself. Love supporting the work of people and artists whom I admire. So for him to do this Godzilla figure, and he's got one that is black and white, like his normal style. This is Peter's Takara figure. Mm-hmm. This is his original character. So a lot of his art is black and white because it's woodcut. So this is an example of how a lot of his stuff looks. Wow. There is a Godzilla like that, but this one being like the green color, I just loved. I mean, not a lot of movement, just moves a little bit. The head does pop off, and he does have a couple different heads that you can pop on to get some different looks, but just a fun figure. I've really gone down this rabbit hole of these vinyl figures from Mondo. They're on the expensive side. This was like $150 for this one. But I've been getting, like, I've got a Godzilla by James Groman, a Godzilla by Jesse Hernandez, like having the same character rendered in like artists' distinct styles is something I've really enjoyed for my collection. And like I said, this is one that I got recently that I'm just absolutely obsessed with. And it's super high profile now. Attack Peter's stuff is getting harder and harder to find because of all the attention that he's getting from the Pabst Blue Ribbon collaboration.
Yeah, those are awesome. Thank you for sharing those.
They're a ton of fun.
Yeah, that's cool.
Jesse Hernandez Vader is something I've been looking at for like 4 years now. I just got to buy it.
That other one you showed, Jeremy, is awesome. That black and white one.
I love that black and white one.
Yeah, it's just eye-catching. So eye-catching.
That's the original like Kickstarter version of Takaro, and then I've got this one. This is called the Vice City one, which is just crazy colors. There's another one called like the Burning variant that is like reddish, but it's cool character. And again, not super articulated. That's not what these are about. These are much more about shelf presence.
Yes.
Kind of having a piece of someone's art in 3 dimensions. That's really what these are about.
Tell you what, for somebody that was unprepared, you're bringing the heat.
I know.
I like Omar's comment. 99 pack of Paps was like $3.99.
$99. It's great because people that have been buying these, they've been sharing all of these images of themselves buying, these Godzilla packages and stuff. And the 99 pack is hysterical because it takes like 3 people to like carry it out of the liquor store.
I want to see what it's in, like what kind of box it's in.
It's really, really long. Like it's really, really big. Like that's how they packed it. I don't know if it's like 33, a row of 3 times 33 or something. But it is gigantic.
That little cardboard handle's not going to hold up.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, that's funny. All right, Mark, you're up. Number 3.
I was just looking at that.
You're shopping, aren't you?
No, I was just looking at the image of that here. I'm going to put the link if you want to share it with anybody. That's the Google search for that Pabst Blue Ribbon box. It's ridiculous. It's like, geez, I can't even tell how big. Is it like 6 feet tall? Like, how tall is that box?
I've never seen it in person. I look every time I go. I bought like
7 foot, 80 pounds.
That's crazy. That's ridiculous. All right.
You got a team lift that.
Yeah, for sure. Lift with your legs, or Big Greg, maybe.
My number 3 on this list was not only was it like, this was not a line of figures that I thought I would get into. Just because like NECA seems to be turning out another version of Ninja Turtles every week. And when I think of Handcandy, I also don't necessarily think of NECA figures because they're more kind of like shelf presence. Like they're kind of like not really posable, but they look great. But their new 2012 Ninja Turtles. So any one of them, pick one. I just grabbed Mikey because he's very expressive, but they look like they're straight out of the 2012 animated series. They come with really great articulation. They move really well. I mean, like you can get them into some ridiculous poses for like a NECA figure, double joints. They're pinless. They're just beautiful paint jobs, delicate paint work, like with sprays and stuff. And they just look great. Good sculpting. It's just like I kind of came out of the blue for me. I bought Donatello because he was the only one that my Target had. And I was like, I'm either going to be returning this thing in a few days or this is going to be fantastic. And I opened him up, got him out of the package. And within 20 seconds of playing with that figure, I was like, oh yeah, I'm buying all 3 of these, all 4. The other ones, like, yep, I'm getting them. And they're just great. I just have the 4 Ninja Turtles. I don't need them to make any more. Like, I'm sure they will. I don't need like that 2012 Casey Jones or the April or any of that. But the 4 brothers, like, fantastic. They look great.
Good stuff. All right, Trevor. Number 3.
Actually, I realized that I had another honorable. Well, it should have made the list, but I don't know where it is. So that in art Batman.
I thought about that.
Batman it's insane. It moves so well. But at number 3, this thing, vintage. I've said vintage collection beats the hell out of Black Series. Like 9.5 times out of 10.
100%.
This is the best Darth Vader that has ever been made by Hasbro. It's amazing. The 3 3/4 vintage Vader. Proportion wise, the helmet is pretty damn accurate, at least to A New Hope. And it's gorgeous. And I think it came with this wired cape, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I bought that afterwards. I don't remember. But man, it's gorgeous. It's fun. It poses really well. Double joints. And that helmet is just killer. And I've bought every Vader. I mean, I bought
Me too.
SH Figure Arts and Mythics and Hasbro, and this is it, man. It's the best.
Can you imagine having that as a kid, though? Oh my god.
Oh my god. If the original series was like this, if the Kenner stuff was like that, insane.
Trevor, is that the retro card Vader?
No,
vintage collection retro.
It's vintage collection. Yeah, I forget which one it is specifically. I can look it up though.
It's beauty.
It's a certain one.
I don't know if that's the same one that they packed in with the Vader's tie advance, but I do have that one.
It might be
packed in with him. I
think that one.
It might be the same. There's oftentimes they have slight little differences because there's a lot of different Vaders and different parts, and they mix and match them. But
okay, my number 2. This was a big figure for me. This was my first Legions Con. I had missed it. I'd walked right by it and not seen it, and I think Cullen had said, "Hey, did you see the?"
Cullen.
That's what I said. said, did you see the surprise table drop? And I had to get back in line and was just blown away. I remember seeing Steph Orkin playing with one at a table, and it's changed. I was going to say changed my life, but it hasn't changed my life. But it's just one of my favorite things. It's still, I know that there's more modern iterations with Elijah and Sir Gideon and all the newer knights, but the Valiant Knight, this is the red version, but the Valiant Knight has just been just my favorite thing. He's probably my all-time favorite besides Azza, my favorite mythic figure. And seeing his mythic is like my number one toy line now. This is just like the penultimate. I love all versions and colors of this figure. Love the Soleil helmet. It's my favorite. I can't get enough. Like if ever I see Valiant Knights for sale, I will try to scrape up the money and buy them. I've got a few that are autographed by the studio. I just love this figure. So this is number 2, the Valiant Knight. And I'm grateful also that with Delphina, General Delphina, we will finally be getting kind of a female Valiant Knight. So I'm very excited for that. I've been hoping for something similar to that for a long time. I've been asking and bugging and gently suggesting that we would love a female Valiant Knight to go along. So glad that Delphina will kind of fit that bill, and it'll be something that the studio will hopefully use in other female knight variations. And I think Igraine is similar. I don't know about the color or anything, but Igraine has a similar kind of
Igraine of the old parts, though. It's not
okay.
All the new parts that Eric sculpted, they genuinely debuted with Delphina. So Igraine is older pieces.
Okay. I love the boots too, though, on Igraine. Those boots are great. So that's my number 2. Love the Valiant, and I always will. Great figure. All right, Curtis, number 2, man.
All right. I am okay with saying that this line changed my life, and it is Mythic Legions. There's just so much that you can do in terms of popping and swapping and customizing and all that kind of stuff. And my number 1 for this year that surprisingly didn't make Jeremy's list, because I don't know where he pulled his list from, but I don't know, somehow he missed this. Terpiculi. This thing is wild, and I just like when I start messing around with this, I can't put it down. I'll swap the parts and just put it in different poses and stuff, and it is just, when they revealed it a few years ago, it really didn't do a whole lot for me. I'm not a huge skeleton guy, but you get this thing in hand and it's ridiculous how cool this thing is. So Mythic Legions, number 2 with the Terpiculi. So
great figure. One of the best, literally.
And Jeremy, you do have explaining to do.
I was wondering why you didn't call me out on that when someone else showed it. I should have known it's because it was on your list and you were going to save the dig.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Very cool.
I knew Terpiculi was going to be on a couple people's lists, so that's why I was like, what do I love playing
It's
with?
not on my list.
So here is that
holy shit.
Yeah, look at those guys.
That is
I like
insane.
that they just like expanded a regular one instead of like reshaping it to like better fit 100 cans. It's like just long lengthened
That's insane.
It's like they're carrying a ladder.
Right.
Yeah.
So on the left, you've got Paulie from The Sopranos.
Right,
then,
yeah.
I don't know, over
Yeah,
here.
I was gonna say these guys are going out the door with us. Not paying,
Yeah.
for sure. They're just,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And you're letting them. You're not saying anything. They've got
stick it in the back of the Cadillac, and they're out of there.
they've got a little revolver, in their
It's the only
shoe
car
for
it'll fit
sure.
in is a Cadillac.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
A
As my dad
bro.
used to say, you have to go down to the
Need a
airport
boat.
to turn that thing around.
Right.
Thank you, Heinrich, for sending that. I appreciate that.
That box is ridiculous, man.
Okay.
All for Godzilla too, man. That's wild.
Yeah,
I think
Pabst and Godzilla.
I think that one they just showed might have been an older 99 pack. Maybe they did this previously because the new one actually has the Godzilla graphics on it.
So those weren't like two Godzilla fans right there. Those are just two dudes that went in there like, dude, they got 99 in this box.
Yeah, that was
Let's do this.
I need 99 PBRs. Yep.
It's funny how like 99 seems like absurd and excessive, but like back in the day, like when I was younger and like drinking a lot with the buddies and stuff, 330 packs was like nothing. Like buying 330 packs, that happened regularly.
That's a Tuesday night,
right?
There you go, Greg. I got it down at the bottom.
Okay,
that's the one with the Godzilla.
Let me see here. Oh, okay, got it. Good night. Look at that.
That's the picture insane. I saw on when I Googled it. That's what showed up, and it had like a sawhorse.
That is insane.
Yeah, can't get that.
I kind of want it. What does that cost? That one? Yeah, that's not fitting in your fridge.
$99. If I went into a liquor store and they had it, I would have a hard time not buying it.
You'd have a harder time drinking 99 PBRs than paying for it.
I've got a beer fridge down here. It'll fit.
That's insane. Thanks, Curtis.
Mm.
Okay.
99 problems, but a beer ain't one.
Bill, go ahead.
All right. My top two, nobody's going to be surprised here. For number 2, I have Glyos. I'm going to put the Goss armor. It was my first Glyos. It's also like one of the most articulated ones. It does have disc joints and stuff. I could also put the Cray, the kind of more recent Cray, which is also a Discman kind of figure. But, collaboration with Horseman, with Toy Pizza and everything. And this one, I forget which one this is called. But this is my newest one, and it might be my favorite with these silvers and blacks and stuff.
Kind of get a Baron Karza vibe a little bit.
Yeah, those are great colors.
Very cool. Very cool. All right, Mr. Gerard, you are up, sir.
So I mentioned Shogun Warriors earlier. I could put a couple different ones on this list. I chose my most recent one. So for anyone that doesn't know, Shogun Warriors.
Oh, man.
These were these very, very large figures released in Japan. There were versions of them that were released in the U.S. when I was a kid. I had a couple of them. They had both these big kind of like robot characters, and they also did Godzilla and Rodan kind of to have characters to fight. Bandai has been reissuing a lot of these figures recently, so over the last few years, and what they're doing is kind of like almost like ultimate versions of them. Like there's a lot of parts that were only available on the Japanese versions, or they were only available as add-on pieces. So they're including all of those. This is a character called Red Baron. Red Baron was only ever released in Japan. It's really hard to find. This is the first one that's a new sculpture. All the others have just been the same like vintage sculptures redone. This is a brand new sculpture in the spirit of the original, but it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's got a little car in his foot that comes out that you can flies. Like these pieces here, there's like missiles in his chest that you can replace these panels with missiles. I mean, it is a toy. The hands here have, see. There we go. The hands shoot out. It is very much like a toy. So for me personally, too, I'm collecting these with Eric Treadaway. It's always awesome when you have a friend who you share interests with. So the fact that like whenever they drop one of these, Eric and I are like sharing it with each other. I should give a shout out. I actually missed this particular one. It sold out, and I was able to get one from Big Bad Toy Store. Joel from Big Bad Toy Store hooked me up and was able to get me one of these. So much love to Big Bad Toy Store for doing that. That's where I've been buying my jumbo Bandai Shogun reissues. I've been getting them from Big Bad. They're sold in Japan, so you're either going to import them from a Japanese site or you're going to get them from someone like Big Bad. So this is my number 2. This is the Bandai Jumbo Shogun reissues. This is Red Baron. or Mock Baron. Red Baron was the name of the original figure. They call this one Mock Baron.
Man, that is awesome. Super awesome.
That's rad. I would have loved to have had something like that as a kid.
Yeah, I mean, they're super.
One of the Shogun Warriors.
They're super striking because of how large they are. So they make for a really cool display. And interestingly, when Bandai started reissuing them, I had like just bought a vintage one at a show, and they announced they were reissuing that. So at first I was like, oh, I'm going to sell my vintage ones and just get the new ones. And then I decided to wait to sell my vintage one until a new one came in. Once it did, and I put them side by side, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Because having a vintage one that's got some vintage wear on it, it's not complete,
right, next
to one that's like case fresh, brand new. I like that, the kind of juxtaposition of those two side by side. So I'm all in. That this is a wave. They're expensive. They're going to run you between $200 and $300 a piece, but they only release a couple a year, like maybe 2 a year. So it's one of those things where it doesn't kill you to be a completist on this, because they're not just like releasing one every week.
Yeah, they're art pieces. Like I have the Mazinger one that Bandai did, and it's just gorgeous. It's got the little wheels on the feet and the sword. It's just an amazing piece.
The next one coming in is this one. This is Grendizer. So this is a vintage version of it. This one was actually never available in the US. It was only available in Japan, Canada, and maybe the UK. I paid a pretty penny for this vintage one. So right now they do have the new version by Bandai available at Big Bad Toy Store that's got some additional pieces and everything. But this is actually my favorite of them. I didn't have this one as a kid, obviously, but this is the one that just looks so cool. So to get a case fresh one of this is just absolutely awesome.
Absolutely. That's so cool. And I would rather spend more money and get something like that that's just going to look so good in your collection room, as opposed to, a bunch of small figures. Pay more and get something premium like that for sure.
They work well. If you need, if you have an area where you want to put a couple big things, a group of them, 2, 3 of them or something, they work really well for that.
Absolutely.
Still holding out hope that my Mazinga is somewhere in our house, but I don't think it is. I don't know. It's probably gone.
Mark, you're up.
I was just going to say, Bill, in the private chat, I just put a link for the Lego Star Trek in NC 1701D. Man, I know you're a Star Trek guy and a Lego guy.
That's been out for a little while. I think
has it?
January 1st.
Oh wow. Okay, I didn't know. I just saw it. Yeah, that thing's expensive.
Too much.
400.
I would love Star Trek. I would love to collect Star Trek Lego, especially minifigures, but I can't be put in an enterprise. It's huge.
Yeah. Where are you gonna put that? My number two and my number one are both going to be Spider-Man figures, because when I think of playability, posability, movability, like playing around with figures, Spider-Man's one of my top 3 favorite characters, and so Spider-Man toys are a natural fit for that. So my number 2 is going to be the SH Figure Arts Indian Spider-Man. Came out a couple of years ago. I think this was my number 1 figure of the year in 24, I think. This guy is just absolute, this is a Jolly Rancher for your hands right here, man. A cherry Jolly Rancher. This thing is so good. The sculpt is great. The paint, everything on him is sculpted, not just painted. And he doesn't stand very well on his own, which is crazy. So he is on a base, but I take this thing down all the time and pose it and put him in the most ridiculous, absolute craziest poses. I didn't even know Spider-Man India was a thing before the animated film, and now it's just he has become I have the little Lego minifig a friend sent me, and it is just I love that dude. Even the Hasbro Marvel Legends version of that figure is really, really good. If you don't want to, pay the SH Figure Arts tax, but man, such a fun figure to pose and play with.
There must be another Spider-Verse movie coming out at some point. That's got to be soon, right? Like,
yeah, they're working on it, I think.
Yeah, and I mean, I could spend so long talking about. Yeah, it's been delayed. It's been so delayed.
Okay,
but yes, the third one is coming out, and man, wouldn't it be amazing at the end of that movie? Is a little post-credit scene if that new portal opens and Miles walks through that portal, and when he comes out the other side, it's live action. And that's how they announce, and that's how they would announce like the new live action Miles and bringing him into the MCU. Like I would just be.
That'd be awesome. Heinrich sent this, so it's on sale. Jumbo savings.
Look at that.
$86.
It's a bargain.
What a bargain.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
There aren't many,
I love that
many
art, though.
Food and drink beverage products out there in the world that you can get for less than $1 a piece these days.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
And look how the box art, like how they do like that cereal thing. If you line them up, then the box art starts making like a whole photograph. But look how it, like the two, like they have it turned to where like the box art lines up.
So you got to buy two.
With the building. You got to buy two, really, honestly.
Right.
And at that price.
I love the sign. Please ask an associate for assistance. Like, don't try to grab these 99 cans.
Don't put it in your cart.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, what kind of car do you have to bring to put that into your car? Though?
That's not fitting in your Subaru Brat for sure.
That's a pickup, man.
Yeah, 87 Gremlin
get that in my
hangs
Jeep.
out the trunk.
Crazy. All right, Trevor. Number two,
my
sir.
number 2 is also a third party, and it moves really well, but it is just gorgeous. This is and Noda Toys doing a licensed line of this, and they look incredible. But for now, until those come out, this is the Hellcat Aragorn. It's the detail in this thing is insane. I know my lighting isn't great here, but I mean, just the cloth goods are so well done. Every little detail. The only problem I have is the ankle rocker. It's not much of an ankle rocker, but other than that, it moves incredibly well. And this is real hair. Well, I mean, it's not real hair, but it's synthetic hair, and it looks incredible. Pretty good likeness. Not spot on, but damn good likeness for that size. And just every detail, man. Just everything. It's incredible. Just fun to pose.
Yeah, I think. Who did you say is doing? Is it Noda?
Noda is doing them, and they've shown their prototypes for them, and those sculpts look insane. I mean, those are scaled
and their
down.
bodies are fantastic. I have several blank, like Noda blanks, Noda mans.
Yeah, Nodas are great, man. Yeah,
they move like. And so what happened for me was I did have that Hellcat Aragorn on pre-order, but I canceled it when I saw Noda. I do have their Hellcat Gandalf.
The Gandalf's good too. I just think the Aragorn likeness is incredible, and I don't know. I just really like it. So I'm happy with it. Even if Noda comes out, I probably keep it anyway. So it's great. Yep.
Alrighty, number 1. This was my first Star Wars figure as a kid, and I still love it. The X-Wing pilot Luke.
Yeah, that's a great
This
one.
is not my original. My dad ran it over, I think intentionally, with the lawnmower. Yeah, if you don't pick your toys up, they're going in the trash. But
lesson learned.
I touched this one up a little bit with some black, but just a fun figure as a kid. Didn't look anything like Mark Hamill, but it was fun to be able to reenact the adventures that you had. Watching the movie, you could, if you had an X-Wing or not, you could still have a great time. I think I had a land speeder, so he was in my land speeder. But just a fun figure, man.
I kind of have always felt like X-Wing Luke, or at least Luke in a pilot suit, is kind of my definitive Luke look, because it cuts across a couple movies, whether it's the X-Wing suit or the Snowspeeder suit, but like just that Luke in this pilot is like super, I don't know, like representative to me of like across the whole saga.
Absolutely. I agree.
Yeah, mine is Luke in Bespin gear.
That's another super great figure.
but like with the jacket, not the tank top. Like, oh man, that's my Luke, dude. I love it. Yeah,
Trevor's got one right here. Let's see it.
Yeah, I had that at one point.
And I didn't put any 1/6 figures on.
I didn't either. Yeah.
I mean, there are some, but I mean, generally you're posing them and kind of putting them away until you change the pose up.
Right.
Yeah, it's a different thing. If anything's
it's not really something that sits on my desk that I move around,
right?
And, play with and stuff. So, but
meanwhile, Jeremy put 3-foot Shogun Warrior.
But those.
It's not the size. It's more like
I think the colors and
sort of the feel.
Oh yeah, like I just put that Vader up yesterday. That Vader's over there with the cape. I'll never touch that until I dust it. Like, I'm not messing with that thing. Yeah. I don't want that cape to fall. I don't want Vader to fall. Like that thing's like, no.
Right. Yeah, like the in-art Aragorn is like incredible as well, but it's just not on my desk. So
yeah, that Bespin Luke that came with the lightsaber, forget it, man. Yeah, got it at Sears back in the day, and it was just blew my mind. Loved it.
Going from like the slide out to like the actual.
Oh, right, yeah. I mean,
that was a
revolution. Had the little
Bespin Han
skinny
was
hand.
Like always one of my favorite. It just felt like, I don't know. It sounds so stupid now, but like going from Star Wars to Empire, like, and then having that Bespin Han, it just felt like such an upgrade,
an evolution. And it's like definitely,
but like. Now you look back and it's not so much, but
what's that string? What's he got? Is that like a grappling hook or something?
Like a grappling hook, yeah. I think this was either part of there was an accessory set that you could send.
Oh yeah, I remember that accessory.
I got
set.
all those. Yeah,
gas
like
masks.
It came with the mask.
Yeah, backpack and
got your Vader case.
This is always a cool figure too, man.
And these are your originals, right, Trevor?
Yeah, these are all my originals.
That's awesome. Man, you take that case to your friend's house, you could play all day long, man.
Oh yeah, R2's in pretty good shape too, man.
These figures are looking good, man. Yeah, you were one of those. You took good care of your stuff.
Yeah. except for the small head Han, which I drew a beard on with blue pen.
Why?
Like an idiot. I don't know why I felt that was
blue
acceptable.
Pen.
I don't know. Yeah,
with
blue
pen. Yeah. When I grow up, I'm having a blue beard for sure.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Maybe it was
I still have mine.
It looks blue now.
This is a remake. It's not my original. This is
the retro. They're awesome, man. Like I haven't opened them, but they're great figures, and they're like $21.
And they fill in gaps, like they have. Like Tarkin. I don't have the Tarkin. It came with a game, but like doing Tarkin, it just makes so much sense to like fill in gaps like that, and then going into other movies too.
And when they made the jump, like from this style of sculpting to this style of sculpting, I mean, it was like a game changer. To me, this was like the pinnacle of like 80s toys. Like right here, it was like, to me, you couldn't get better than this sculpting. Like this was. It was like, even as a kid, I was like, oh wow, like this is like way more detail. Like,
and he had the rifle.
You could feel the movie, like with those hot figures, like you could totally feel it.
Absolutely.
Oh man.
Yeah. Good old days, man. It brings me back. All right, Curtis.
All right.
That's it, buddy.
If I was gonna have one thing beat Mythic Legions on this list, it had to be the one that started it all. You guys can have your little 3 3/4 bullshit GI Joes and Star Wars and all that kind of shit.
Man,
bulky Masters of the Universe. This is where it was at. Specifically Stratos, who everybody knows is the best, because characters that can fly are awesome, and he's got a jetpack and wings. That's double flight. That's double awesome. So yeah, there you go.
He's a great one. Too. I love Stratos too. Stratos and
my Greek wife calls him Stratos.
Yeah, I like that better.
This one's also for you, Jeremy. So
I do not remember mine coming with a jetpack though.
Heck yeah.
I must have lost them.
And they had blue jetpack with red wings, which was more common, and then they had the red jetpack with blue wings, which I preferred. So
yeah, I had the red wings, I think.
Not really sure how those wings are supposed to work, but
right,
it doesn't matter. It's cool.
He's also very simian, he's very apish also, which is like, I don't know if that's a Wizard of Oz nod. I don't know what it is, but
he's just awesome.
There's something weird about it that works.
Those are feathers, man. Those are feathers.
Yeah. I don't know. Look, it's come up a couple of times. So we've seen grappling hooks, we've seen jetpacks, and I know that Greg and I, we talk about this all the time. We need to do a whole episode about what item, accessory, or feature like that. If a figure came with it, you were buying that figure. Right. No matter what. Like for me, it was grappling hooks. Like that got me
all day.
You know, Alpine, Sky Raiders, Web Store. Like if your character came with a grappling hook, it was automatically my favorite version of whatever it was. Like
helmet.
That guy's my favorite.
If the character had a helmet that went on, like mask,
helmet for me.
Like
visor,
stormtrooper loop or whatever.
I love that visor for G.I. Joe. And then humanoids. The guy had the grappling arm. Oh man! You could like wind it up in humanoids. You could wind it up.
Man, more Mythic Legions with removable helmets.
Yeah,
I don't know if you can say
I always
generic.
prefer like a helmet that fits over a character's head than a separate head, because the helmet always has to be made larger to fit, and it always looks more realistic. It's like when a head is sculpted with the helmet, it's like they sculpted a little smaller than necessary. And give me
it's not a generic thing, but with the adventure people, anything that had like scuba gear or like that scuba thing that you would fit them in and they could go underwater and have the glass thing. Oh my god, I love that.
Yeah, scuba gear would be number 2 on my list for sure. Anything that could go underwater,
in the bathtub, you know.
Yeah, I'm getting clean and I'm playing, man. I'm having a great time.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, when we moved into this house, it had a pool, and within, I would say, a few weeks, and we moved in the summer. And within a few weeks, I bought a retro vintage G.I. Joe devilfish, and I jumped in the pool with my devilfish. And my kids were like, "Dad, you're like 42," and I'm like, "Shut up."
Right.
No, I'm not. Right now, I'm not.
Right, exactly.
Another one for me is Arctic themed. Anything that snow themed, heck yeah.
Hell yes.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Bill, number 1, sir.
No surprise here, Mythic Legions. I'm holding up an armory figure because to me, like the hand candy nature of Mythic Legions hits on a lot of things. It hits on the feel of the plastic, the smoothness of the joints, all that stuff. But like to me, the main thing, again, going back to Glyos as well, is the popping and swapping. And like if I were to like say one specific Legions figure that you could go buy and have it out of the box be hand candy, I would probably go with the others and say Trapiculi. But like the notion of the armory and building with the armory, and you know, you start with parts, right? Like that's what you start with. It works so well. And then this specific armory, like I would say over the last couple of years, Valiant Knight and the Legendary Barbarian are 2 of the figures that are like super hand candy. They're easy to mess with. They're awesome. The articulation is good and stuff. But this combines them both. You know, this is a Valiant Knight.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm going armory, Legions in general, and then for me, I really love the look of this specific grunge.
The armory experience has to be the coolest thing to ever happen at a convention.
Yes,
like that. It's just
interactive and fun.
So wild.
Yeah.
Shout out to Greg for tracking this helmet and head down for me and getting this for me.
Got you,
because I missed it. I missed it at Legion's Con. On my first pass, and I went back, it was gone, and he got me one. And this guy is the only armory experience that I still have put together. All of them are. That's a little Spawn mace he's wielding there. But because I have a whole group of like local friends that they're starting to hear of Mythics. They hear it a lot from me, but they don't understand it. They don't get it. And they're just like, well, it's just knights and demons. So they don't really care. And so what I did is all of my armory experience figures are in a box and all the pieces are separated. And I'm waiting so that I can have what's basically, now that I think about it, it's basically like I'm going to be having like an Avon party, you know, if you think about it, like I'm going to, you know, so I have this thing. Yeah. So I have this party plan, and I really thought, you know, I thought that the Gladiator Armory experience figures were going to go on sale in January, kind of like you guys did last year with the Knights. They went up pretty quickly after the show. And I don't know, is that in April now or the Armory? Have you guys said that? Okay, so now I'm kind of waiting because I want to do an all-in for the pre-builds. And then what I want to do is I'm going to have a party where I'm going to invite about 6 or 7 of my friends that are non-mythic collectors who just like, they're like, yeah, they're cool, but they're just not for me. And I'm just going to like put all the stuff on the table and be like, come over, we're going to have some drinks, we're going to have some snacks. And we're just going to, you guys are going to learn, like, this is what Mythics is all about. Like, just start building. And I hope I sway some of my friends because I've enabled 2 of them. 2 of them are now like they found out you guys were doing Figure Obscura and they're really into like cryptids and stuff. And so I had 2 of my friends jump in because of just solely Figure Obscura. I have one friend who only collects Figure Obscura. Yeah. He's like, I don't know if I want to jump into Cosmics or Mythics or whatever, but he's locked in for Figure. So I'm still waiting on that. But yeah, man, the Armory. Doing that event at Legions Con is a game changer. It's just like it's has quickly become my favorite part of Legions Con. Like it's incredible.
It's a ton of work to pull off, but it does something we've wanted to do for a while. Really being able to show the playability and the interactivity of engaging with these pieces and with the people around you, seeing people in line just kind of like, oh, what are you doing over there? And it's everything that we love about this toy line kind of encapsulated in that experience.
I bet it would be a ton of work, but if you guys could pull off doing an Armory experience at another toy show, you know, like not at Legions Con, I think that would be a huge way to get people who like I don't know. You guys have probably talked about it. I don't know if that would be overwhelming for like a non-Mythics collector.
It sounds like a good idea, but the level of explanation that we'd have to do for people to understand what the hell that is, the amount of just having to lug all of that stuff there.
Sure.
There's kind of diminishing returns on trying to pull it off somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can imagine how many boxes and boxes of, oh my God, crazy.
It's a challenge to do.
That being said, I can't wait for this year's Armory. Can't wait.
Working on it.
Blink if it's a dwarf, blink one eye, Jeremy.
No, you said you weren't going to ask him any questions.
Oh, you're right. Jeremy is just Jeremy. He's just a friend of all of ours. He's not an employee of anything.
This past year's felt like that insurance commercial with the guy with the fishing line and the dollar at the end. You got to be quicker than that.
You almost had it. Almost got it.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted this part. Yeah. No, you got to be.
Well, that's like this helmet. Like I could only make 2 when I went through, and I was like, well, I'll get that on my next. And I literally got out of line and came back around, and it was gone. Like I didn't waste time.
That's a testament to how popular.
You can't mess around, man. You got to go quick.
Yeah, no messing around. All right, Jeremy, number one.
I'm gonna take you on a little journey here.
You do it, buddy.
I will point out that I have apparently chosen something that has 0 articulation for my number 1 hand candy.
It's a Funko Pop.
But here's the story. So you might have heard me say before, my all-time favorite movie is Jaws. Love that movie. I've loved it since I was a kid.
Worthy favorite.
Oh, I know where this is going.
Last year, I was at Toylanta and I was at a room sale and I bought this. So this is a vintage Jaws game that I didn't have when I was a kid, but my elementary school had it. And every day at recess, I would like rush to be able to get the shark just so I could play with that shark. This is a in-boxed version. The box isn't great. It's got just like a little bit of wear on it that I think really adds to it. So I bought this and I had it on display in my collection. And then this came up for sale, which is a Mondo piece.
Whoa. Holy moly.
By James Groman. So if you know James Groman, he's an artist and toy designer. He's worked on like Mad Balls, My Pet Monster.
That is insane.
His style is very over the top, kind of crazy. And James is super cool. I've been fortunate enough to chat with him a number of times. super cool guy, big fan of the studio and friend of the studio. So Mondo put out this gigantic Jaws figure, and it's got so many different pieces to it, like the fact that it's got the little raft in his mouth, and it's got the air tank that blows up and everything. It's just such a cool thing. The fact that the cage, it comes out of the cage, but that the cage is used as like a base for it and stuff. So blown away by this thing. But once I got it in, this is not my pick. Once I got it I had the Jaws game in the middle. I had the James Groman Mondo Jaws on the other side, and I needed one more thing to balance it out. I was like, I need one more piece. So if you've ever wondered what the entire cast of Jaws would look like if they were rubber duckies, this is your answer.
Oh, my goodness.
You don't know how many times I've wondered that.
Like, talking about being able to bring it in the tub and play, this is by a company in the UK called Tubbs, that apparently what they do is they make these rubber ducky figures, but they put this out for the 50th anniversary of Jaws, and it is a really nice recreation of the orca from the movie with these three main characters. I mean, the fact that here's Brody, he's got a little cigarette in his mouth, he's got his chum bucket, it's just all of these characters. We've got the little mustache on Quint here. It's such a great thing. And of course, it also comes with Bruce the Shark.
Look at that.
So this provides my my Jaws display, which is normally the top of that table right behind me. That's why there's nothing on it, because that's where my Jaws display goes. But this is something that it's so ridiculous. Even though from a Handcandy standpoint, they're not posable, every time I walk by this thing, I just laugh. It makes me happy because it's part of a display that I really, really like now. And it's just such a ludicrous collectible that I now have in my display.
Love it, man.
Do you have the Lego Jaws playset? Did your wife get that since she's into Lego?
No, she's got ones that she's specifically into. So that was one that's an expensive one that I didn't want to display that one. The thing that I don't have that I really wanted was Hot Wheels did an Orca at San Diego Comic-Con last year. Dude, I was there and I just never went over and got it.
I didn't
see the Mattel booth from where we were. I never went and got it.
I didn't know that. I gave one to Eric. I picked one up. I wanted to get a second one because I got a ticket, and I was at 9:30 that day in the line, and I came in maybe 10 minutes late, and it was 9:45 and they were sold out already. It was
crazy.
You got to be kidding me. So I had to have somebody get one for me. And
so at some point maybe I'll
gotten two.
But for now, 3 of anything is a collection to me. So I have 3 cool Jaws pieces. I don't feel like I now need to get something else. And I mean, really, where do you go after this? After Lucky's, there is nowhere else to go.
That's outstanding. I've never seen those before.
The idea that they put a cigarette in a duck's bill is just brilliant to me. That's crazy.
I had seen it advertised to me because it's not cheap. It's actually $150 set. And I was like, oh, that is so funny. But I didn't have a reason until the Mondo set arrived. And I was trying to figure out how to position things. And the big, tall vintage game box in the middle with the Mondo Jaws on one side and the Orca on the other, I just was like, layout-wise, that's going to look really good. So it was the little push I needed to just get this done.
Absolutely.
I have one of those ducks. It's a Shakespeare duck. It's a little bit bigger than those, but I love that.
Tubbs does Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
I know. I've avoided those. I've tried to avoid those.
They do a lot of different. They're kind of not to the
version of pop.
Yeah, they're not to the extent of that, but they've got a number of different licenses.
Yeah.
All right, I wanted that Jaws Mondo set. I was hoping it would stick around for a while, but that thing sold out. It's almost $300, but it's gorgeous.
I mean, it was. Awesome. I want to say it was either I think it was $250 originally, but then with shipping and tariffs and everything, yeah, it was a $300 purchase, easy.
Yeah, I wonder if Sideshow carries it.
Hey, focus.
Anyway, yeah, here we go. Number one, my number one
later, buddy. Shop later.
It is a Spider-Man figure, but this is and I'm usually not a fan of Mezco 1/12 collective stuff. I'm more of a fan now than I used to be, especially when it comes to their cloth figures, because to me they looked a lot like Migos when they first started, but they're getting so much better. This is their classic Golden Age Spider-Man, and I can't put this guy down. I've had it for almost 2 years now, and it is just one of the best. And why we haven't seen like the split mask happen in the MCU or the Sony movies yet, like it is something I think if this happened in a movie, if he's like at a coffee shop and then we get a quick
that'd be cool,
mask cut, of
cool.
him like in his like spider tingle, like dude, I would be on my feet cheering. Get the little web backpack, like, but I love this. This is the head that stays on this guy. Just, man, I need
to open mine.
Dude, it just moves so well. The suit doesn't wrinkle. It gets out of the way. It's on a great body. Like, this thing just poses, and it comes with so many crazy, like, it comes with this thing, which is, do you remember like how like this would like, it was almost like the bat symbol, and this would show up on a wall that only like
it's from his belt buckle, right?
Right, like it comes with this little rubber thing that you can display or put on the base if you want. Like, there's just so much you can do with this figure, and I love this. And that head sculpt is just I can't
Great
stop.
Choice,
this is
man.
Yeah, brilliant execution on Mezco's part. That's my number one.
Great choice. Trevor, how about you, man?
So I'm having I'm struggling here, but this has been on my desk forever. I'm gonna go with the other one, but my Mythic Legion started with skeletons because I love skeletons, and this. Ooh, am I all choppy now? Shoot. Okay, there we go.
A little bit slow. It'll catch up. There you go.
Scaphoid has been sitting on my desk forever. He's just a ton of fun, man. I love this figure. I love skeletons, but I really have to go with these guys have been sitting here as well, and you can see how much fun I've been having with the Legendary Barbarian, with just trying out tons of things. I mean, that's the fun. I mean, that's the candy part. They move just as well, but it's just finding ways to make this a different look, putting custom pieces on it, different pieces. That's the helmet from
removable helmets.
The Punisher.
That's what I thought that was.
Yeah, this is another one from Corey Schwarzenegger put those out, and that's the
Duras Sisters Cleave going there in the middle.
Yeah, I know. I know. I've tried to move that. You can move that over a little bit, but it's a rip is a rip, man. That's where you're going to go if you get hit with a sword, right? Like that's where you're going to go. So, little blood there or something would be. But man, I love it. I gotta I don't even know how many of these I have, and I've customized them all different ways, man. And
perfect figure.
They're just fun, man. I love Conan. I know it's not Conan, but it's close enough. So yeah.
This is my Scaphoid that stays close by at all times.
Yeah, he hasn't left my desk, man.
This one, nice. The cape and the hood came from it came from Sean, Death by Plastics and Death and Plastics. But this is game changer for this guy.
Right, I can't believe it's been a year since ZoloCon last year and the premiere of the Legendary Barbarian. That was just great.
I was slowly over the years collecting a whole.
Hey, where'd he go? I wasn't going to say anything.
He doesn't want to give away that female barbarian coming up soon.
Just remembering, reminiscing.
I didn't realize that I was like a secret Conan collector. I didn't realize this, but I was buying like all of Super 7's like Conan and like their movie Conan, and then I got their like comic book Conan, and then I was like through the Frazetta Girls Icon Collectibles, and then Mezco, and then like all of a sudden I'm looking down and I've got like 24 Conan figures. I was like, holy shit, I didn't realize I was such a Conan freak. And then that legendary barbarian, I can't put it down. Like until toys showed up, it like that was my desk figure, man. That thing is just so versatile and so fun to like pick up and play and customize. And
yeah,
like,
the Mezco customization right there.
Yeah,
he's almost going to make the list, but
I almost put him on my list too.
Yeah, I thought about that too.
I have 2 of the 3 that Mezco put out. I think I'm only missing the very first one. That King Conan is great, and the Frazetta girls, their stuff is like really good. And then the Savage Crucible like Conan figures, or like the one they put out, is great too. It's just
I'll tell you what, Mark, I don't know if you're a fan of it. The John Carter is coming out. They should be. Soon.
Yeah,
it's my. I think it's my favorite one that they've done so far.
Did you do pictures for that one, Trevor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that John Carter looks really nice. Fantastic. And even Frazetta Girls 5.5 retro style figures, like even those, I
took some pictures for those. They're fun, man. They're fun.
Yeah.
I just wanted to show these off really quick. These are a few that didn't make the cut. I've got Wheeled Warriors, one of my favorite.
Nice. Wow.
Favorite.
I haven't thought of that in a long time.
I bought this for my birthday. I also have this
They're
Marvel.
Expensive on the secondary market.
Crazy. Marvel Selects made this Captain America. I think it was Eamon that did.
Really?
Just nice. A great, perfect retro cap. This is
some of those Marvel.
Probably one of my figure of the year last year, and then one more out of the blue. This is K2SO. But it was Disney did this metal line back years ago.
Oh yeah.
And this guy is he's got to weigh like 3 pounds. I mean, he's like, I could break a window.
Yeah, all those figures were die cast.
Yeah, but for him, it's perfect.
Yeah, something like that.
He was the only one really that made sense, though, being all metal. Like,
exactly.
They did all of like the Force Awakens figures, and it was just like, I don't know if I need a metal.
The droids are really all
this
you
is
need.
The only one that survived for me in my collection is just this figure because he's just so rad and heavy and solid. I mean, it's just the chest is solid metal, so very cool. I recommend this, guys. So thank you guys for being on the show. I will release you guys. We
on time too.
Before noon,
5 minutes early.
Jeremy, that is contractual obligation. So
yes, I will say. I was just about to say, Mythic Legions. They just showed off this great painting and logo for the game. So we are going to get more news soon, I believe. If I've been watching the shows and listening. So we're going to get more news very soon on that. Please check out Arcan on their store right now. You can pre-order it. It's the 22nd is the last day for that. So keep ordering. And we've got this guy here. They've said that the cleric is the base figure and the paladin is the add-on parts. So check that out. And those are going to be, I'm guessing, I don't know, there's no one here I can ask, but those are going to be, I guess, in hobby stores and things that. So that's going to be awesome. Hopefully it will open doors and more availability for people like me that live in smaller towns where I can hopefully go to, Grand Rapids, which is 45 minutes away, and be able to pick up some Mythic figures. So that's going to be awesome. Very exciting for that.
I mean, it's going to be interesting. The goal is to have the game and the figures in local hobby shops. I mean, it's an uphill climb. It's when you're talking about brick and mortar retail, they only have so much shelf space, and taking up that shelf space with action figures that they don't have a history of being able to sell is going to be, a leap of faith for some stores. So, we'll talk more about this as we get closer, but going into those local stores and talking to those owners and educating them and stuff, that's going to go a long way to kind of building some of that confidence that, hey, these are cool items. These are things that the market is going to want. And, I hope, as I said on my show the other night, I hope we have a multi-million-dollar Kickstarter and local game stores look at that Kickstarter and they're like, wow, there's definitely some interest in this, because that's going to go a long way to people, understanding that Mythic Legions is something special.
Absolutely.
And if you've got a local game store, let them know once it gets started, and tell them about it. Yeah.
For sure. And I think it's awesome that you guys are going to these gamer type of shows to try and, grassroots, get out there, get the word out, and hopefully gain some traction and some attention for this this whole thing. Yes, Curtis.
Question for Jeremy. I see.
But wait. He doesn't work for. I mean, how would he know? I mean,
we're at the end of the show. I can answer a question or two.
Okay. Go ahead, Curtis.
I see on Source Horseman that under Mythic Legions, where they list the waves, there's one for Mythic Legions, the role-playing game. Does that mean that these figures that are going to be released in the campaign will be officially part of Mythic Legions?
Yes. I mean, they're not named characters but they are all officially. I mean, you've seen what we've shown so far. We're going for very tropish type of characters, elf rogue, human paladin, human cleric. So we're being very cognizant.
Jeremy going through the list, trying to remember which one he's shown so far.
Try to be very cognizant of the stuff that we're writing for the game from a story and lore standpoint. Doesn't conflict with any of the larger story that we're telling. So all of this is consistent.
Gotcha.
You just can't put them in factions because you can put them in whatever faction you want them to be, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
are you saying that you've got to choose your faction, Trevor?
You do. You have to choose your faction. When you find your faction and you've got your legions, you find motion.
These characters that we're starting with, there will be pre-generated character sheets for them. They will be assigned to a faction, but you could easily change that, because in the game, factions are going to have an actual gameplay mechanism where when you do things that are specific for your faction, you can actually open up additional abilities. So if you're part of the army of Leodicius versus Xylona's flock, you're going to have different abilities that are unique to those factions.
Cool.
Excellent. Very exciting. Looking forward to more news on that and for the Kickstarter to begin. Very exciting.
Greg, one more thing. The Tide Realm, that's on Kickstarter now.
Yes.
If you want to go and do that, notify as well.
Absolutely. Very exciting news. Thank you guys for being on the show. I hope you guys had a good time.
Thanks, Greg.
And definitely. We're going to do another show in the future of this same Handcandy thing. And then I have a few more ideas that I would love you guys to come back for. So thank you guys very much for your time. Thank you guys for watching and appreciate it. Thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Remember, friends, to always have fun, be curious, share, and enjoy what this line has to offer. Come for the toys, but stay for the friends. Good night, and thank you very much.